Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Let's talk about it. Let's all both stop tapping. Thank you for coming in. Some things need to be addressed. I'm not as scared to address my things. My mental health and my life even. But I've been very curious about people that may suffer from some vices that I work on every day. So let's talk about it. I mean, some people are going to be willing to come in and talk about it, but some probably will. And so that's what I'm talking about tonight. This is what I'm talking about. Because there's so much shit going on to be like that. You know? How is your mental state? How are you handling things? How are you handling this shit? And if you already have things going on with yourself, your real life self, how do you handle these other things? Especially the weird shit. How do you handle it? So hopefully you will come in and let's discuss it. I don't have no problem with discussing my mental state, my mental illness. I think it should be, it should be known. They took a whole lot of funding from mental health. They always do, because it does not matter to them. Free spirit, these are good questions. Thank you for coming in, free spirit. You don't have to say if you're an addict or not, if you ever been an addict, but how's your mental state? And this is what I want to talk about, because it's so many things that go on. And I will tell you that, I always tell people, they already know. My mother was mentally ill, my father was gone. And sometimes mental illness could be genetic. And we will suffer from something. Some mental illness is not as severe as others. But someone, what's up, Genesee? I know we had this conversation. I always try to talk about this conversation, but you have a lot of people that do not want to talk about it. But I think it should be talked about, Genesee, is because the government cut so much money from the mental health. They cut so much from it, and then you see all these mass shootings. You see the homeless. Most of the homeless suffer from mental illness, and I know this because it is in my family. And I suffer from a form of mental illness. And combine that with alcohol, combine it with drugs and all these things. It makes things worse. And like I always say, people call me a crackhead. No, my drug of choice was fucking dope. I like heroin. I may do some crack to come up, bring me up some. But I am a recovering addict, but I am an active alcoholic. And that's what they call transference. I didn't do the drugs no more, but I did something else. Do you know what I'm saying? My mental state. To be able to deal. Sometimes people be able to deal. When you're in real life, some things you cannot do nothing about. Some things you can't scream about. Because if you're screaming, you're just making your own life worse. And so you have to be like, you have to deal with it. And what do people think? Oh, what about the COVID? The fucking liquor industry went dormant because they couldn't go out, they couldn't go to the bars. What they do? Oh, they drink. Because they don't know what the fuck is really happening. And then you have all these conspiracy theories about, oh, it's man-made, oh, it's this and all that. People don't know what to think. So they go within that makes them feel comfortable and say fuck everything that's going on. And so I did this because I was someplace else, and I tried this before. I wanted to start a mental health segment because I noticed it been some crazy shit going on in these YouTube streets. And I always wonder, because I'm a very curious person. It's been a long week. Sometimes I do feel like breaking down. Yes, I know you do. You're not the only one. I'm not the only one. And when you dealing, free spirit, thank you. When you dealing with your own real life shit, and you're trying to be a content creator, you're trying to not to be in a mess, the mess comes to you, how the fuck do you deal? What do you do? What do you do? Do you just shut down? Do you fucking go to drugs and go to alcohol? What do you do? Some of these things are very hard to talk about. Talk about it. I know. This is why I brought it up. I did this before. Nobody really showed up. But I felt like I would do it continuously until I get some people where they feel more comfortable. This is why I try to keep my channel like neutral, where anybody can come. And this is why I try to keep my channel where it's fun, it's relaxing. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep all the drama out because I can imagine. Hey Boozy, hi honey. I can only imagine that people doing this job, because really, I just become a content creator about a year and a half ago, and it is fucking work. And when you're dealing with a mental health issue, you know. See, I know my mental. You know what I'm saying? I know what I can deal with and what I can't deal with. Where is your red line? When do you say, hey, fuck this and fuck all of that? Hey, Tanya, baby, I just want to talk about it. I want to get some more perspectives, some more other, and I don't really want opinions. I would rather have people that actually suffer from some form of mental illness, and that how they deal with the real life, and they'll then deal with these YouTube shit, these YouTube streets, and the people in it. Because you have some people that's so fucking messy. They're talking about bullying now, right? Do another review, another fucking review, and the reviews all over again. No, I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about how the fuck do you deal with this shit, and how the fuck do you sit into these channels while they doing all this shit, all this mess? I want to know, because I can't do it. I can't do it because I am a manic depressant. I am a recovering fucking addict, but an active fucking alcoholic. It's times when I cannot even fucking go on unless I have at least a couple shots. Because for me, if I'm not drinking, I'm not engaging. I don't want to engage because nothing really matters to me. You know, I'm chilling, I'm watching the tube and everything, but it seems like it's a fucking chore now for me to go on live. And then have to fucking be a referee. You always gotta be ready to be a referee. Because there's always some shady motherfuckers, some nasty motherfuckers that always come in because they do not like peace, they don't like see nobody having fun, or even having a great conversation. It's always that one or two people. Evil, that's what I call it. And they don't want to see nobody great because they're miserable, and most of the time they have a mental illness themselves. In order to perform these evil acts, in order to go up every fucking day and insert yourself and somebody's life, insert yourself on somebody's channel, just to fucking disrupt, it's something wrong there. So mental illness comes in a lot of different forms. I put it down. I don't think that any of you probably come up and discuss anything because it's a very private thing, but my shit is out there. I don't care. I'd rather talk about it than hold that shit in. I still fuck with these people that don't give a fuck about me. I don't allow fuck shit on my channel, period. My channel is for chilling, talking shit, having fun, talking and real topics. Yes, Tennessee. But you know what? You got some people that they don't give a fuck about that. Because they're miserable. They wanna fuck shit your channel as much as they can. And and I'm like this, I don't know what a person's mental state is because I don't know this person. I had a person come on my panel the other night. I was just playing music and shit. And this person was distraught. And I mean, like, really distraught. Who is more Heather and Streeter or Lakeisha? I don't know, baby. I chose Monica. I don't know who you're talking about. I'm sorry about welcome in. I don't know who you're talking about. But I thought it was like maybe a prank or something like that because I had just come off another channel. We was doing, we was engaging in prank calls. It was funny. It was fun. I was happy. And then I went on and did some music. Because the people, they left for me to play the music. Some people just like to wind down like that. And then this person called, and I said, oh, they pranking me. But I still, even though if I think that it's a prank, I still have to treat it as if it's really serious. Because you never know people that are suffering out there. They may actually need some help. And if they call on you, and you get them bullshit, some people are very suicidal. Some people just have real fucked up issues. And so I give my little pep talk. I let her know I'm interested. I let her know to keep your head up. Things that matter. It's on my shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I told her, look, when one door closes, other doors open. Because she said she lost her job. She was crying. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I don't know if this is a prank or not, but I have to treat it as if it's serious. Because you never know who's going to reach out to you. This is why I don't like a bunch of dumb shit on my channel. This is why I invite everybody. I invite anybody, everybody, come to my channel. Because you never know who's watching. I have a lot of people that be in the bushes. You never know who's watching. And then I play my music for everybody. I am a rocker, so I play my music too. I just started that really, to make myself feel better. Shit, I'm working. It's like work to me. I play for everybody else. I might as well play for myself as well. And after she left, because I said I'm coming back to play a couple of records for you, and then she left. And while she left in my private chat, thank you so much. You just saved my life. Now, I don't know if any pranksters will actually do that, but I took that very seriously. Like, maybe this was serious. This is why I try to stay neutral. I don't like being in other people's shit. I don't want to be in other people. Hey, kick back and grow. I don't want to be in other people's shit. I want my channel and the people that subscribe to me I want them to know I'm very gracious. I have much gratitude for you, and I try to do the best that I can do to give the best content that I can. But I want to talk about the mental health aspect of this thing. Some people cannot do this. I didn't think that I would be able to do it because I know my mental health state. I know my mental health, and they're like, oh man, I know how I was triggered again and even before I got my channel, even before I started my channel. And and then these evil people will characterize you as this or that or the other. But I went on again my channel, and then I put it in my mind. You know that you have a mental issue. What are you gonna do? How are you gonna do this? How are you gonna play this out? And how are you gonna deal with the people that's gonna come for you? What are you gonna do? It took a while. It did take a while, but still, every single day I wake up, I pray to my God. Let me keep my mental health together, because there's always somebody out there that want to pick. They want to fuck with you. They want to trigger you. And so I pray every day. I just want to know, am I the only one? I'm sure I'm not. But am I the only one that would discuss the mental health, especially if you're a content creator? And I would like to hear from some subscribers that's not content creators. What's your mental state, and how do you deal with, because a lot of people, they go from one place to one place to one place, and they don't really deal with the outside world that much. Because COVID did that to a lot of people, I tell you. I mean, like, I'm scared now, still scared now to go out, because shit gets worse. These mass shootings. Do you know most of these mass shootings, these people have a mental illness. Most of them. Now, some of them are just deliberate. They just do shit because, hey, you know those ones. So this is why I come up with this segment. I put the link down if someone wants to come up. You can talk about it. You don't have to. You will put it in a chat. I just want to know, how do you deal with this day in, day out type of situation in YouTube, and then deal with your real life out there? You know, the real life where you're dealing with bills, you're dealing with people, you're dealing with family, and then you come to YouTube and you're a content creator. Do you talk about it, or you hold it in? A lot of people don't like to, or don't have access to therapists and all that, because they always got the funding. So that's where I am today. You know what I'm saying? You can speak or no, but that's where I'm at today. My mental state. I struggle hard. I struggle hard to, sometimes I can't even do it. I'll be like, fuck that YouTube shit. Sometimes I can't do it because my mental health, my well-being is more important than fucking around on YouTube, being a fucking referee for my own channel, because people could be so very disrespectful and come and bring drama to your shit. And sometimes it's like overwhelming. And sometimes I say, fuck it. And I want to know, what is your mental state? How do you deal with it every day? Or is it just your life? You know, is YouTube switch your life? Some people, all they have is YouTube. You know, all they have is YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. You know, I mean, I for one am not a person that really give a shit about what other people do in their life. Because my life is so complex as it is. And I have to do so many things to keep myself together. I just don't care. But it's like, what do you get out of it? And I have to ask, chopping it up with TV, chopping it up, that's I have to ask myself, like, I don't want to get clicks and views and shit like that. Inserting myself in other people's life. I really don't.
What the hell you in here talking about?
You look at
You
the
know,
title,
how old
you
you?
will know.
Huh?
If you look at my title, you will know, chopping it up.
What
What's
you
up?
say?
We're talking about the state, mental health.
Man, your mic sound bad, man.
Again?
You done mess with that, man. What I tell you?
Okay, what about now? Here we go. Now I gotta do this shit. See this? It's fucking with my mental.
No, no, go back. Go say something. Say something.
Hold on.
No, man, you need to turn that. It's too much static.
It's static.
Why is you keep messing with this mic? Why don't
I
you just
am
go
not
off your
messing
regular?
with it. It is good on.
That's better, better, better. Now, whatever you just did, that was better.
Okay, that's better now.
No, no,
Okay.
turn that mic off.
It's the
She will
mic
not
is
turn that
turned
mic off or
off.
nothing.
I
Like,
can tell
like
you.
she got a mic hooked up to a laptop, and we trying to,
I'm on my laptop.
and she want to get that. She want to talk on that mic because she likes it. It makes it, it yeah. But we trying to be
Is
this.
that okay?
Turn that mic, dude. Just throw
The
that mic away.
mic is off, god dog it.
That mic is trash. Okay, it's trash. Can you hear me? Hello. Let me go into my other live. I'm about to get on my laptop. I'll be right back.
Can you all hear me now? Because if I turn my mic off, you can't hear me. Can anybody put in the chat if you can hear me and what it sounds like? I'm waiting. Can anybody hear me? Nobody can hear me? Can anybody hear me? What the hell? Hello? Hey, April May, can you hear me? What the fuck? This shit here. This girl here. You can hear me? Okay, thank you. So, how does it sound? Is it too loud, too wide, is it choppy, what? You may be able to hear my fan, but can you hear me clearly? April May, how you doing? It's my damn feet telling me I'm doing this. This is like a robot. It's an echo. Okay, let's see. I need the audio. I'm trying to this is not happening. So I don't know. I'm sounding like a robot again. I had it cool. It tried turning it down. How about that? Is that better? Because then I will have to, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Pick up the okay, free spirit. It's okay. So this just yeah. So I'm just gonna continue on until I can get to the bottom of what's really going on here. I just think I just need to have it serviced. And so I was talking about mental health and how you deal with YouTube. And you know, that's what we was talking about. And I hope you all can hear me. I hope it's not too much. This is what I'm gonna try to do. So I think I just really gotta go into my damn, this is weird as fuck. So as I was saying, turn it down a little if you can. Damn, it's still loud, then it's off. Fuck. Exactly, April. Okay, can I be heard right now? Okay, can I be heard right now? Alright, I'm just gonna do the best that I can do right now. Okay, Scorpio lady. Um, I don't know, I turned it down a bit. I don't know why my audio keep going up and down like that. I think it has a lot to do with this. Let's see. And I don't know. So I'll have it serviced and see what's happening. Because this is a bit much. Let's see if I can get it here like this. Oh, fuck is this? Okay. Okay, can you all hear me? If you're on your phone or laptop. Oh, you're on your phone. I'm on my laptop. So I'm wondering if the sound is good. My laptop is not acting right. Yeah, I'm on my laptop. So I turn everything down, but I think it has something internal to do with my laptop, and I will have to have it serviced. SOS man, just be good to me. Do you know what? Hi, Christopher. If you can hear me, I might have to switch devices. Yeah, I might have to do that. Okay, let's try that. Let's switch devices. Okay, let's try that. Let's switch devices. Okay, can you hear me now? However it is, then that's what I'm gonna have to deal with because I'm gonna get so fucking pissed off at the end of shit. So, how is it now? Turn down as slow as possible. I went in and turned off shit and turned it down. And I don't know what else to do. Okay, cause somebody, y'all hearing me now? Cause somebody said they couldn't hear me, so I turned the mic back on, but it's very, very low. Okay. Well, I'll wait. I guess I'll wait. You can hear me? April, okay. So, now I'm exhausted. What was we talking about? Our mental health. Yeah, like my mental health now. I'm about to fucking go crazy. Bullies are bullying the bullies. Why are bullies calling out other bullies for bullying while still bullying and making folks sign some pointless petition about bullying? Okay, bullies. I was thinking the same thing, but you know, I like to get in that mess because I'm not signing shit. I'm not signing nothing. I'm not getting into that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy, but you know, still sound like the cafeteria lady with the boy. Okay. You know what? Why? Some people don't know that they are the problem. I'm gonna put it over here and see if we can eliminate some of the sound. I agree with you, April May, and I agree with Bully. Welcome in, Bully. Welcome in to Bully and the bullies. Well, yeah, I agree totally with you, Bully and April. And in this petition, I don't know anything about it, so I cannot speak on it. But I know what is this petition. Explain to me what this petition is about. You know, I mean, what does it entail? Like, what does it do? Some people don't know that they are the problem. What is this petition and what is in it? Is it to stop the bullying? I don't think that's gonna work, but what is in it? There's something in it that will... Can y'all hear me? Because it sounds like I'm talking to myself. Can y'all hear me? Somebody put in the chat if you can hear me. Now, this is why I like people on the panel. Because I'm having problems with my laptop. I'm not saying anything because in my eyes, I don't understand how other adults can be bullied by another adult. Okay, well, April is because some adults have low self-esteem. They've probably been bullied all their life. And sometimes they're just afraid. And sometimes some of these other bullies may have some leverage over them, so, you know, they let it happen. Scorpio lady said, I am the bully of today. Well, you know, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I hope you can. But I'm going to put this down one more time because I need somebody up on the panel so I can know that hopefully I'm not talking to myself and that you can hear me. For someone to come up. And then I can kind of mute myself. And you know, and not get else I want to speak because this is it is what it is all the time, and there's always the bullies that always complain about getting bullied. That's the link, y'all. Somebody come up with a problem because I don't know if you all can hear me now. You can hear me, okay. Uh, there, I, I never liked bullies, even as a child. I used to fight. I see in school, I see these particular people being bullied. They didn't even know me, and I will fight for them. I will literally kick ass. I am the person that will go kick the bully's ass. Like, stop these. And I didn't even know the person that was bullying, but it was something that I could not stomach. I hated it. I hated it. And so, it's, it's crazy. So now they have this petition going around. I don't know what's in it. That's understandable, but I'm a strong person, so I don't get bullied because the ones that was able to do that was my parents, and they are gone. So yes, okay. Maybe your parents was bullies. I just so happen I can't speak to that because my mother was mentally ill and my father was gone. So I don't know how you will call your parents being bullies or not. Maybe they are parents bullies. I'm sure that they are, but I can't speak to that, and I won't speak on that. I know I didn't have parents. I didn't have any guidance. In other words, I'm kind of like what they call a self-made person. To know, I don't know. I just never liked it. I didn't like seeing it, and it absolutely bothered. It always bothered me, and I would take myself and insert myself into this because I look at the person that's being bullied, and I'm like, damn, get a spine, get a backbone. What is wrong with you? But people have mental illnesses, low self-esteem, and everything, and it took me a while to get grown to understand what was happening back then. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to understand because I started to pay more attention to people and the things that they do. The things that they do, the things they go through, because a lot of people are like, they go through so much they can't handle it. So this is why I try to keep my mental state strong, regardless to what I'm going through. Because the mental state can get weakened. That was the only people that could dictate your life to you. Okay, I get it. That's why I said I cannot speak to it. I didn't, understand what you were saying, but I can't speak to that because my parents was I raised myself and my sister, my brother. So it's like you have people, and now I'm gonna. And I don't want to, but you'll have these kids that grow up like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no discipline, no guidance. I could have grew up as a bully because all I did was fight. And I was really good at fighting. But I guess that mentally I was strong enough like not to like that kind of shit. I didn't need that to validate myself. I didn't need to be beating on you just to and stealing from you and taking your lunch and all that shit to validate who I am. Because I always been a person that sit in the background and I watch shit. I watch. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things I say I did not like. And I would intervene. Nobody asked me help me. They didn't ask me for help. I would just intervene on my own and say, hey, you better stop this. This shit not right. And then I get into a fight. And sometimes the person that I'm defending, shit, they run. And I'm fighting 2 or 3 motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But I put up a good fight and they didn't bully that person no more. Because they know they have to see me. Because if you don't put me down where I can't get up, I will fight again and again. You know what I'm saying? I will approach your ass again and again. You gotta knock my ass down, and you gotta make sure I do not get up again. So this was the kind of the thing growing up when I was young in school, and so all then I'm like, look, I just don't like to see it, and I don't. It just does something to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Because only because of God, that could have been me being bullied. I had no powers and shit. I was poor as fuck. That could have been me. And I just don't like to see that, And I always kept my nose in my face. I didn't give a shit about other people's business. I just didn't. It's like, I don't understand why. I guess, but I have to also understand where I am as well. When you're doing something, because I was very, very worried when I got when I first started my channel. I was very, very worried, like, oh my God, at some point, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get caught on camera in your mental state, and then what you gonna do? But what am I gonna do? I can't do shit. Either I live with it, stand up with it, and stand in my truth. Okay, that's me. So you're saying it. Yeah. But people don't believe that, there's some things in my life, and I think all of us have, that we did some embarrassing things that embarrassed ourselves. Well, did you go and fucking die or try to kill yourself about it? I didn't. And I live with a mental condition all my life. And there's plenty of embarrassing things that I thought, oh damn, joy. You know what I'm saying? But I live with it. And I let everybody, that's why I let everybody know. I stand in my truth. My life is mine. Nobody can tell me what to do with my life, or stand in my shoes at the time that I was going through what I was going through. April May says, I don't understand how people get so angry about people they never are probably going to see. Yeah, see on YouTube. I understand that. But you have some people that sit in, they in the background, and if they like that person, you know what I'm saying, they will defend, even if that person is the bully itself, himself or herself. You know what I'm saying? So there's always a fan base. There's always a fan base, and that's how they go. That's why I do not get into that kind of shit. I don't get, hey, what do you need? Julisi, is it, Julisi? I guess that's what it is. Welcome, how you doing? We're just talking about mental health and how you deal with YouTube on a regular basis. Because there's so much going on, it's so much shit, so much drama, so much bullshit. I'll just say it like it is. It's a lot of goofy ass bullshit that be going on. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a mental, mental issues, how do you deal with it every day? Being a content creator or just being a subscriber? Where do you go? What do you look for? Like, what kind of piece do you want? And what kind of drama you look for? And if you're satisfied, so be about what is the toll of your mental state? Because some people get more and more addicted to drama. And they get more and more mentally sicker dealing with it. That's just my point of view. Some people can handle it, some people can't. With me having a mental illness, I cannot take all that shit. Because I do have a real life outside of YouTube. And I'm sure all of you have seen me upset and going crazy. That's because I can't do that. But that is not what I want to do or like to do. You know what I'm saying? Because of my mental illness, I don't want to be upset like that because it only makes me physically ill. When I'm not mentally in shape, it messes with my physical. That's true. I've been called a few bitches and I find it funny because can't no one that I'm never going to see that don't know anything about me make me that mad to go back and forth, and it might just be that I don't care that much about what they have to say. Well, you know what? I I understand that because when it all boils down to it, that's exactly what it is. What you saying, and I had to learn it the hard way. After being characterized and cursing bitches out and all that shit, I'm like, these motherfuckers don't even know me. They only know what I tell them. You're only gonna know about me what I tell you. And then they get to the point where they want to drag me or roast me about me, about the shit I already told everybody, and I just be like, come on, you're gonna do better than that. Make up some shit, make it funny. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have, I think, and this is what I always say to myself, you gotta have some thick skin because at some point they're gonna come for you. At some point you're gonna have to stand in your truth and tell somebody what you don't like when it comes to your channel. And they're gonna test you. What are you gonna do then? So I just pray to my God, let me keep my shit, give me some strategy to do it without going to back and forth shit. And then I do that. You know what I'm saying? Then I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you mad at me? No, I don't let nobody live rent free in my fucking head. But there's other things that I can do. You know, there's always other things. There's always other avenues that you can do to let a person know I would not be bullied. I don't give a fuck what you do. I would not be bullied. You barking up the motherfucking tree. And I'm gonna be a fucking dog. God damn it. And my bark will bite, but not in the way you'll think. So I always gotta keep my head screwed on right. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're dealing in a world of different people, crazy people, you know, all these different type of people you will engage in or encounter, you have to keep your head screwed on tight. If you want to keep your mental, your physical, your soul intact. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult, and this is why, you know, because I've seen this all over YouTube, bullying. A lot of this bullying things stems from the people that's being bullied, stems from them having some kind of, maybe their self-esteem is very low, maybe they never had nobody to help them, maybe they never had a protector, and they don't know how to protect themselves, and so they fall into that garbage ass shit. And then the bullies, maybe nobody really like their ass. Maybe their parents, they give a shit about them. So they always gotta prove themselves. They always gotta feel strong. Maybe they got bullied themselves and they keep on that trend. And for me, since I've been through too much in real life to let fake life get to me. Well, that's just my opinion, because I be seeing people spaz the hell out on YouTube, and I be like, they're about to be mad for 2 days about a motherfucker they don't know. And now the other person won. I agree with that. But I think it's not the other person won. I think the other person gets some kind of satisfaction because they're all fucked up their damn self. They didn't win in nothing. They're just feeding that hole that they have. And so once it's fed, they eat it up, and then they choose another fucking target. But they're not winning, because when you have to feed like that on a fucking negative note, you're not winning. You're destroying yourself. And people will look at you and say, they're going to show you some distance. they'll show you some distance. And then you look around, that shit is not cute no more. Because you know, you always got people to rally around a bully. Oh yeah, get him, yeah. The bullying shit makes them feel strength or strong. But that shit runs out. That shit runs out all the time. And you're right, kick back and grow. You know, hurt people, unfortunately. You know, it is unfortunate. But that is how it goes. This is why, you know, yeah, that's how people be. I mean, like, we all are different individuals. We all have went through different things in life. And you cannot generalize this thing. Only thing that can be generalized is mental health is a problem. And they fucking defunded it. Period. And there's a lot of people, and all these things that be going on, most of the things, I won't say all, but most of the shit that be going on, these mass shootings, these motherfuckers be wanting to feel strong, they want to be heroes, but it's on a negative note. And ain't nobody, you're not going to be a fucking hero. You're not a hero. You're a sad sack of bullshit. That's what you are. You're sad, you're lonely, and you want some attention. And so this is how a lot of these crazy people get attention. That's not anything we can keep living by, to give people a pass just because they are some miserable assholes. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what, because see, this is what happens, April. This is what happens. You get these motherfuckers to go down and they do mass shootings, and then their parents like, oh my God, when their parents should have been seeing this shit. These people are getting younger and younger that's doing this shit. And their parents say, ain't nothing wrong with my kid, my child, you know. And then when they do this dumb kind of shit, because the parents have not been doing any discipline, have not been getting them no help. All they do is spoil the fuck out of them, give them every fucking thing they want. And then when they do this kind of shit, then they try to use their mental capacity as the reason. No. Ain't nobody going for that shit no more. Ain't nobody going for that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So you know, people, like, you got children, you pay attention to them. You pay attention. Because right now, I'm not dealing with it, but you know, there is you got a child that's like out of pocket. And I'm like, you know what? If you do not pay attention to your children, and you think that, don't nobody like them, because you think your child is very special. Well, everybody's children is special. Because when a child grow up and do a mass shooting, those babies, those people, they are special as well, because they was just minding their fucking business. And you grew up this piece of shit. Do you think that piece of shit is so special now? What about all of the ones with this person, this child that grew up into this fucking sociopath and kill these people, innocent people that ain't did nothing to them? Yeah, the school shootings happen. Yeah, they get younger and younger because the parents are not paying no attention, or they spoil them to death and give them everything they want, even buy them guns. Like, you know you're something, you know, if you pay attention to your child, you know this child here is something special. And then you know the child, like, yeah, there's something special, but something's wrong with this kid. And they don't address it. Instead, try to, you know, to whatever they think is they're going to keep the child from doing. Because, you know, most parents really know if they got a fucked up kid or not. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this kid is fucked up. You know what your kid is. If you raise that kid and you've been around that kid, you know what the fuck your kid is. I don't even go for that shit. I got fucking grandkids. I know that this motherfucker do this motherfucker is this bitch is this. I fucking know. So no, I don't go for that shit. Oh. You know, I will make that spoil thing. Kick back and go and make that spoil thing broader. There. You don't fucking give a fuck, and you just get them what they want to get them out of your fucking face. I'll put that. So let's make that spoil shit broader. Because they're not paying attention, they don't give a fuck, long as they're not in their fucking face. So I just make that spoil shit broader. But all the same, you're not paying no attention, you don't give a fuck, you're holding them up high and mighty instead of letting them know you're acting like a bitch ass loser. We need to do something about your behavior. Or you just don't say nothing. Or you think you're gonna pacify them with gifts and trinkets and all that, like fucking guns. Yeah. That's great. So that makes you a great parent. Nah. Until they start to fucking kill people for no reason. And then how great are you? Now you want to sweep all that shit up under the rug, get rid of the child? Such and such is all in the Middle East fighting. For who? It is so weird, but it is what it is. Sometimes I think a lot about my own mishaps. You know, using drugs or just having a mental illness and having it combined. And things happening. And I can remember some things that I've done that make me cringe. Like, damn. Do not make me cringe, like, damn. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't hide it. But I remember. Some things I remember. Some things I don't, but some things, the real messy shit I remember and be like, fuck. That's fucked up. You're fucked up. And in saying that, I'm saying that, you know, when my kids grew up, I paid attention to them. I know each and every one. I knew what they was going to be. I knew how they was going to be. But one thing I did not do was spoil those motherfuckers. I gave them the business. You try to give your children the guidance that you can, and you let them know. You keep going down this road, this is what's going to happen to you. Because I see it. But you can correct that shit if you catch it. If you catch them before, oh my God, because children, by the time they get 12, 10, 12, like that, they made up their own fucking mind. What they're going to do, no matter what you say. They always say, the teacher starts at home. The teacher starts at home. You're the teacher. It starts at home. You got kids that go to other people's house and fuck up the house, have no respect for nothing. That's because they don't have that shit at home and you didn't teach them. You just let them run wild. Just do whatever you want to do. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. And I'll be like, shit, I don't play with no kids. I'll slap a kid down on the floor. No, you will not play with me. Disrespected the elders or shit like that. Mm-mm. If it takes a village, get the fucking village. If you feel like you have no control over your child, get the village. Get the fucking family. That's what used to happen to us when we was kids. You have all the aunties and uncles surround your ass and they give you the business. It's a family thing and you in the hot seat. But they don't do that shit no more. You got these fucking parents, some parents, they know their children are full of shit, know they doing dumb shit, and they go to school, the teacher says it's doing that. No, my son, my child, my daughter, they're not doing that. It's you. Yeah, and then when it started, that's right. No home training is what my mom used to say. Yeah, no home training. Kickback and Growth says parents have to own some of our mistakes, especially with um, softer kids. They are thinkers. Softer kids, they are thinkers. Uh, yeah, we gotta stand accountable. We gotta stand accountable. If we don't put the work in when they're babies, then we're not working at all for them or with them. And then they grow on up to be whatever. And hopefully, hopefully they turn out alright. What's up, Choppin'?
What you doing?
Choppin'? I can't
What
make
y'all doing? What y'all doing
chop
over
up.
here?
I
I'm
can't
getting
turn
good.
my volume up because there's too much.
Hey, man, who nephew? My
Hmm.
nephew hated me and nephew. Damn, man.
What?
Why they hated you? The world we live in
Oh,
now.
because she probably was getting in their ass. April May says the world we live in now is cool to be a bad parent. That's sad. Yeah, I mean, like, because they're not. Nobody is standing them to account. Nobody's standing them to account, holding them accountable. We must be held accountable. Everybody should be held accountable. You want to have babies, you want to bring these babies in the world, you need to raise them to be citizens, Uh, and then there's times when you do all you can and you still have a fucked up kid. But you need to find some help for that kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You need to know that this kid is fucked up and this kid is probably gonna do a mass shooting when they get older. Sometimes you gotta look in the future for children. You know what I'm saying? When you know your kid, you know this. But I knew my kids. I born some good kids, but I was on their ass. My kids was cleaning up and everything. Once they reach 5 and 6, you fuck up, you clean up, and I will be right there to make sure they know what I needed for them to be done. You fuck up, you clean it up. I remember my mother said, don't you think they told you how to be clean? If they fuck up, they can clean it up. So I taught them at home. And so they know how to behave themselves, conduct themselves when I took them out to other people's places. They was the great little babies because they learn at home. People may say, yes, we don't teach our kids our history anymore. We don't talk to our children anymore. The closest conversation the kids get nowadays is rap videos. Yeah, for some kids can't afford rap videos. Don't even have internet. So the closest could be just like the parents just like, okay, take your ass outside, bring your ass in here, and go to bed. Because we don't want to be bothered with you. So it's a different thing. It's an individual thing. It's it could be crazy. My main thing is mental health, and you all brought up with the kids and all this
you,
thing.
you have
I brought it up, but children suffer from mental illness as well. And people do not like to talk about it, especially if they have a child that has a mental illness. They don't want to talk about it. They always make excuses for the
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
yeah
What are signs of mental illness?
signs of mental illness.
Right.
There's so many different mental illnesses because there's different signs of mental illness. It all depends on what the mental illness is in order to distinguish signs. People like myself, I have a mental illness. I am a manic depressant. So it may not be as bad as other mental illness like schizophrenia, which my mother had, or paranoid delusions. I mean, like mental illnesses are levels of that is different. So there's different signs for each mental illness, and that's how they determine what your mental illness is. And so, it depends. It depends. And you have some people that have mental illnesses, and they can function very well until they fucking snap off and do mass shootings. So some people can hide their mental illnesses well until they break. You know what I'm saying? April May says them not wanting to talk with anyone, staying alone. Sometimes they go through psychosis in their head, and you just have to pay attention to the differences. Okay, that's one of the signs. What April May just what she just stated. That's a sign, but there's difference because that could be bipolar, that could be schizophrenic, that could be any of the mental illnesses. Some people have several mental illnesses at once. So yeah, but what she just stated, what April May just stated is sometimes you're not there with that person to pay attention to them all the time. So they can be just as normal as fuck.
So
But
let me say this. So you just gave me description of mental illness. What causes mental illness?
okay, so now this is what causes. I mean like no. I mean it's first of all they say that I don't know. I think sometimes it's genetic, and I think it has something to do with your brain. You know how you function. It's they say your frontal lobe will make you this. They got things for so many things. You will have to actually research it yourself. They have things from people, most people like killers, psychopaths, something with the frontal lobe they're missing. You know, it's always something with your psyche, with how you think.
I
What
think
gives us
I
our knowledge?
think that's when it's really a spiritual thing. Then
Okay, well, you do have a spiritual mental illnesses as well, but they don't call it a mental illness. I mean, they don't call it a spiritual thing.
you say you don't think spirit. If you don't think if you have your spiritual being intact, you don't think it'll cover your mental illness, physical mental illness.
I okay, I for one do
You know,
not.
I mean,
I
that's
don't
why
think
I believe.
that, but your spiritual being to me is what keeps you sane. If it
I
isn't,
believe we tap in more of our spiritual being, we would be more better off. I believe that.
well, I don't know. I think that when we're born, we know right from wrong. We already born with common sense. Spirituality, I think, comes after that, because then we are introduced to these different religions, spirituality, and all that. I, for one, that's the only thing I think is that you're introduced to that. But what I do know and really feel that you are born with common sense. Now the spirituality thing, some people, you got atheists. That's because they never been to church. They wasn't introduced to that. So their spirit could be, who are we to say that they got a fucked up spirit? I think that religion is something that comes afterwards. You're introduced to that, and some people are never introduced to that. That's why you have atheists and different people that don't believe in a God, because they wasn't introduced to that. Most time you're introduced to it as young as 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. You're introduced to that, so your spirit, and the spirit form of you is what you make of it. That's I mean, what you do with it. information. Sometimes you could be born with a mental illness. Sometimes you could take a drug that could cause a chemical imbalance that your body did not have. Exactly. And yeah, and so as far as born, a lot of people have a lot of people that like a lot of mental illness is not, you just don't see it right away. Like with my mom was fine, and my mom never used drugs and didn't really drink, and so but it was always there, and something triggered it, some kind of trauma, some kind of something triggered it and triggered that chemical imbalance in her. And then you know, the schizophrenia and things like that. Um, yeah, so yeah, that I can agree with you on that. For me, yeah, it's chemical imbalances. Some people, I know people that took a drug and then been licensed. So yeah, it can trigger. It's a trigger or trauma to the brain that could trigger it. Born with it, I don't know. I always think that something traumatic has to happen, just like something like PTSD. You know, some people that fight, they go to war, they come back, they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I always thought it was something that was a trauma or trigger these things to happen, that mental illness to occur. And it could have been laying dormant. I don't know, because I'm not a scientist of the brain, but you know what I'm saying, from what I experienced, what I've seen, and what I do every day. I get up, I pray, please allow me keep my sanity and keep the negativity, the bad energy away from me, so that I can carry on in what I do. You know what I'm saying? Kick back again. Some cultures are comfortable with the voices from beyond. Yeah, they are. I mean, like they practice that. Uh, I will never forget my mom. My mom was spiritual in her. My mom was spiritual in her schizophrenia. She was right on the walls. That system, that system, that system. So I don't know. But you don't have to go to war. You start as an example. That mostly veterans get PTSD from trauma.
My shirt ugly.
I had a form of PTSD when I got jumped on before.
Y'all think my shirt ugly?
Legalize being black. Oh yeah, I like that. That's cool. Legalize being black. That's cool, man.
Scorpio lady said my shirt ugly.
She said that shit ugly. Scorpio lady, come on. But you're absolutely right. You don't have to. I had PTSD for a while. PTSD for a while when I got jumped on. A bunch of guys jumped on me. Yeah. So, do you know what your third eye is?
Yeah, I'm ugly too.
I think it's my brain.
It's because I make the shirt ugly. Nah.
Nah, it's not ugly. I think it's my third eye. I think that's my brain. My brain that deals with my spirituality. I don't know. People have different words and different things for different things. So yeah. So, April, tell us what your third eye is. You brought it out. Let's see definition about your third eye.
Period. We've been already there, though.
Yeah, so I deal with my mental health issues on a regular basis.
What's she talking about? Hell no, we've been already there, though.
You don't know who she's referring to or what she's referring to. She just talks. she
Oh, she talking
said
about she supposed
something
to talk
like we don't know who
about.
she's talking to or who she's referring to. So I just thought.
I'm being nosy, my bad.
So April tell us what's the business with the third eye. So the eye for one is not with asking do he know what that means. Okay, are you still a little topic?
Yeah,
She wants to know, do you know what the third eye means? Hey Tubbs. She
it
said,
means
hey Tubbs.
the third eye mean your spiritual eye. Mean to me, I believe it's got something.
That's what I was saying.
It got something to do with your spiritual side of looking at things.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like part of my thinking, my spirituality, and also it's like your instincts. That's how I put it. Um, yeah. So what asking do he knows? Okay, we said that. April, tell us what your third eye is.
Ask me, what do I know what it means, April, man?
That's what she was asking you, and you responded to that. So I want to know what her third eye is, because I think a third eye means whatever skill or gift you have, however you move, however you make moves in
I
life.
think your third eye means your godly self.
Yeah, your spirituality, whatever. Like I said,
Everything.
for me, it's connected to my brain, what I feel, my gut, my instincts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel my third eye is.
Yeah, I think it means your
The
godly
things,
self.
things you foresee before it happens, things like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think my third eye is. Because I haven't to use it a lot. Yeah, so, um,
Something
yeah, we've been here an hour and 24 minutes. I to get somebody here. Hey, Miss Vicky.
How you gonna say I'm cute, and then you gonna say my shirt ugly?
Hey, Miss Vicky, how you doing? We're just having a discussion. I having a discussion on mental illness and doing YouTube basically, or just living your life and how do you deal with stress, how do you deal with all the goings ons, and what do you do to combat depression. Basically, what I was asking, I then put it all there in the thing, but yeah, that's what I'm on. That's what I want to ask because I can get overwhelmed quick, and I have a quick temper, and I have very little patience now, and so I can easily get frustrated.
Get mad quick like you got mad at me last night.
That was not
You made,
anger.
you made me want to jump through this YouTube and bite on your neck.
That was not anger. That was passion.
No, you made me.
That was passion
My
because
passion made me want to jump through the screen, bite your neck. Oh,
no, no, no.
yeah.
I have a strong, loud voice,
I
and
ain't scared of you. I ain't
see,
scared of you.
look, you always coming. You came in yesterday, changing the damn
I'm coming
subject,
at you every time. I'm always coming
all
at
that
you.
thing,
I'm
all
always
that.
coming at you. I
Okay,
don't care.
no, 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 So, what we was talking about? Chopping it up. Chopping. You had some kind of experience with mental illness, or just being bullied, or anything like that. That you can
I'm a
talk to the
bully.
people
I'm a
about.
bully.
You are bullied. Damn, I'll beat your ass.
I'm a bully.
I'm beating your ass. And Charles said, chopping it up, you should be very scared of joy. He bothered me because I do not like bullies, and I will put you.
I ain't scared of her.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't scared of no
I
grown
ain't
woman.
scared, you
Talking
ain't
to
scared of me
TV,
now.
can you do
Tell
a
me that
video on
can
the
you
Black
do a video on the Black
Madonna?
Madonna?
What's that?
For me, as asking you, can you do a video on the Black Madonna?
Sure, but what it's about?
Yeah, April. The Black Madonna?
What is it about? Hold on. Let me check that out. No, oh,
Yeah, y'all got links. Y'all drop your links. Baby, Charles, drop the links. Kick back the road. Y'all drop the links.
can y'all drop my link, please?
Hmm?
Can you drop my link, please?
I just said drop the links. That included you. That included anybody with a channel. Drop the links. Scorpio lady just been talking. Thank you, Miss Vicky, baby. Boy, stop capping in the house. Hey, baby. Yeah, y'all drop your links. To know what? I think I heard of it a long time ago, but I didn't think nothing of it. So I don't know, baby April. I don't know. Chopping it up is looking forward now.
During our time together. As I said, I'm your host, Stephanie Georgia, and I'm also in find out a little bit more about
BSC in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm a big girl. Scorpio said, I'm a big girl.
Oh, so this is supposed to be the real Mary.
The whole?
Is this what this supposed to be? Hold on. Just ask me that question. I would be glad to do this. April, May. This was supposed to be the real Mary?
Oh, yeah. I know I heard that before a long time ago. Oh, yeah. Okay. Y'all hit that like button for me, y'all. Hit the like
I gotta
button.
study that. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do that.
Yeah. I did a video on hold on. Let me find that I want y'all to go check out exploration to a source of
Exploration of what?
Sarah Bartman.
Who?
I did a story about Sarah Bartman. You know anything about Sarah Bartman?
Sarah Parkman?
Yes.
Sarah Parkman, okay. I
Sarah
think I know
Bartman.
what you're talking about.
Ladies in the chat should know about Sarah Bartman.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. The Black Madonna. Who come up with the Black Madonna? So, because people, that's why I be very careful about certain things, and especially things that's written in the Bible. Because you have these Moors. If it don't come from the Moors, I really don't worry with it. Because they wrote part of that stuff back then as well, from what they experienced. And so it can get, yeah, and she still has that's you that is here in Italy. She has a memorial or maybe statue. I don't understand what she's saying, but I think that's what she's saying. So yeah, yes, and she still has whatever. that is hidden in Italy. So maybe she has a memorial or a statue or something that's hidden or something.
Hold on,
Black
hold on,
hole. I watched that. I was in your chat, and that was
hold on.
one.
I'll be right back. I gotta go. I gotta
Okay.
go to the door right quick.
Okay. So yeah, so he will. I think he's gonna look into it. April, May. He says it's interesting to him, so he will look at it, and we all could go over there when he does it, and we'll check it out. See, they're really gonna want to fight me though. Scorpio lady, you're always talking about fighting, baby. So, anybody else got any experience? If they have any kind of mental illness that they deal with on a regular basis, or anything that ails them, as far as the usual streets and how they handle it, I would love to hear it. Scorpio lady says, "Tell them to get in line." Oh, Scorpio lady, you always want to fight, baby. The baby always want to fight. So that's my thing. You're the only one that want me. Boy, stop capping. Yeah, so I told April May that you will do your research and you do a thing on the Black Madonna. April May says just like Medusa, do something on her too, because the white people sit there and say that she has snakes is coming out of her head, but they were actually dreadlocks, and that's what they called them. Okay, do you know that's mythology, the Medusa? So people, this is what I be talking about. People would take something. That I am a big fan of mythology. I am a big fan of that. And Medusa, yeah, she has snakes, she turned you to stone and everything. That is a myth, is mythology, it's a what, I mean, and then you got some people and some black people that come and they do it, you know what I'm saying, these black wannabe scholars come and say, oh, those was dreadlocks. Do not believe everything you see or hear unless, you know what I'm saying, you do your research. That's Greek mythology. That's where Medusa comes from. Greek mythology. That is their lords, their gods. That's what they, yeah, it's Greek mythology, April, May. Somebody come talking about the dress and shit. You know, this crazy shit. So, read up on your Greek mythology. Medusa's in there. That's Greek mythology, and I am a great fan of Greek mythology.
Who you talking about taking me shopping? We can take me shopping. Who you talking about?
The Russian was here to help me with my mic. It's still pretty. You know what? I gotta go into the laptop. I will go in tonight.
As the Islander being seen.
Okay, it's an islander being seen for the first time. Who's seen? These people, yeah, these people was okay. I'm gonna shut the fuck up because I am not what is that, chef chief Topi? Okay, you're looking around. Welcome. Nice looking too. Okay, so Chef Octopi, no JW, you was a real person. She never turned anyone to stone. Okay, what I'm saying is, it's Greek mythology. So, who knows her? Who actually seen her in real life? Like, who knows her? This shit was centuries, thousand years ago. Who actually seen her? So, who are they gonna put in place the Greek portion of Medusa? So, Who just like with the Black Madonna. So who's gonna be put in the place of the Medusa? Tell me who they put in place of her and who sing her. This is the only thing I'm saying. Okay, so who are they putting in place the Greek, that's Greek mythology, Medusa. She was like a Greek, whatever. She turned us into stone and all that shit. She had snakes coming out. These people create these scenarios. So that is way back in there. Back in time. So how, so where, so now they're going to
This
talk
guy
about,
next to you looks like
this is
a
my thing. Now they're
prune
going
juice
to talk about
drinker.
a black woman with drags.
Hold on, Miss Joy. This guy next to you looks like a prune juice drinker. Bro,
The guy next to you looks
how
like
you
a,
worrying about me?
Chef, you come here to be a troll?
Like you need
I
it's
like
plenty
to
of females in the chat. You got Miss Joy right here. You got all kind of women up in the chat and on the panel right here. And ready to be worried about a grown man, man.
Wait, the
Let me leave
colonizers
you alone, man. I'm
for,
just you
for the
stand
first
baby.
time. So, if the
Stand
colonizers
baby.
see her for the first time, why do she have to be?
That's kind of like some Jesse shit on the team,
That's
but
what I'm saying.
not to be disrespectful.
Why do she have to be Medusa? If the colonizers see her for the first time, why they want to make her into Medusa? I don't get that. I don't get that. She could be anybody. The colonizers, they had slaves. They had the black people. They had the what they call them, the Appalachians. They had them all over there. The colonizers, they don't take their shit. So why would she be called Medusa? Why would they equate her to Medusa?
Hey, Chubbs, my can't say drop a link.
Like, why would they do that? I mean, like, for what? I mean, like, people be doing too much for me sometimes. Like, really. Why is she gotta be a Medusa? So that's all I'm saying. Like, okay, all these thousand.
We talking about the Black Madonna, right?
Absolutely not thug. I'm bothering me. Absolutely not thug. I'm bothering you on every live I
I
see.
mean, America still
I
got us.
see you a spy guy.
They put us down as 3/4 animal, and a quarter, the rest is human.
Yeah. Okay, Chef, you coming over here with bullshit. I have to let you go. Because I'm not gonna fucking do this. I don't feel like it. My mentor is not gonna take it. We're talking about something. Don't come over here talking about nobody. So go away.
You talking about me?
I'm talking about the guy who was talking about you.
I mean, that's some. What did he say?
He's gonna follow you wherever. He's called you spy guy. All that goddamn goofy ass kindergarten ass shit.
I mean, man, that's. He's good. You blocked his ass. Good. You might got time for
Like,
that.
I don't have time for
Hey,
that.
baby.
This is exactly why I'm talking about my fucking mental. You know what I'm saying? Because some certain shit, ain't nobody got time for the bullshit all the time. My channel is not for you to come over here and do this, do that. What are you coming over here to fuck with somebody else for? You ain't even fuck with me.
That's some childish game shit, man. Goddamn.
I'd rather you
I
come
don't
fuck with me.
understand shit. And he a old ass, grown ass dude too.
You know him?
He old and he old. Like,
But I
dude,
asked you,
he
do
look
you
old.
know him?
I don't know that dude.
Okay, well, how you know he's old?
I'm looking at his picture.
Well, they use other people's pictures for
Oh, okay.
yeah, that don't have to be him. They probably
I
stole
got
some.
time. Everybody know that decent move. Hey, baby. Hey, honey.
Hey, child. Everybody say,
Hey, Joy Wallace. Hey,
hey,
chopping up the TV.
I gotta act good, not my girlfriend on it.
oh goodness, here we go.
No,
I'm gonna
I
go
can't.
into
I
my.
can't
I
get it.
can't
I
see.
can't play with y'all. I can't get it to it. I gotta act nice now. I got my girlfriend.
I'm not doing this
Okay.
with him.
All right. So information. She is a part of our history, and other men like us to not know where we came from, and that our history and make their history above us. Slave mentality is what it's called. I'm not making nothing above nothing. What I'm saying is Medusa is a part of our Greek mythology. Said nothing about being a slave. Said nothing about, I never heard of her as being a slave. Or even associated her with Medusa. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, I never, and I love Greek mythology. So I know Medusa. And that's, we're back there, but you're talking about colonizing, you're talking about when people actually existed. Medusa existed where it was just gods and different people. Okay, they talked about because she had snakes come out here. Then you have somebody say, they want to associate her with Medusa, or did they want to just name her that? What is her name? That's what I want to know. What is her name in the colonized days? When there was actually people walking around, real people, not gods. Medusa belongs to the god thing. But it wasn't no, no. Um, so, who is Medusa? Who is this woman? Instead of her having Medusa has snakes. That's Greek mythology. That's just some shit that they come up with to describe a certain type of woman, god, whatever she was, witch, whatever. So, how would they equate her in our days as being humans in the colonized days, because all those people probably had fucking dreads. Did they call her Medusa, or do she have another name? And they just reference her as Medusa. So she was, or maybe she was the first black woman that had dreads and colonized her thing. So we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to know these things before we just start to put all these things together, because these are different eras. And so the colonizers say a woman, a black beautiful woman with dress. So they associate her with Medusa? Come on, that's Medusa's that's different shit. So yeah, that's the only thing I'm saying. I'm not putting her down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing none of that. I'm just saying, how do they take? And then you gotta be thinking about the person that's writing these things. Are they credible or not? I mean, like, how do you associate in a colonized days a woman, black woman? Because they hide. They used to hide. They lived all over. The people come over there to colonize and everything, and they taught them how to grow food and all this shit. And she may just had some fucking goddamn dress, so I don't understand that relation. That's all I'm saying. They said the things that was coming out of her head were actually dreadlocks, and they didn't know what to call them, is what I'm saying. Okay. Alright. Okay. I understand what you say. You have to go back and read stuff they don't want us to see. It all depends who's writing the shit. It all depends who's writing the shit. And if she was in a colonized days, who the fuck was Medusa in Greek mythology? Who the fuck was she? So, I mean, like, come on. Like, so she lived from those years all the way to the colonized days, like all the way back there. She lived, and existed. She's a myth. That's what they call it, Greek mythology. It's a myth. It's a myth. When they see the black woman in those colonized days, when they colonizing every fucking thing, taking everything, that's a black woman. Appalachian out there in there. And so she had dreads. Most of them did wear them. They was the black ones with a nice, the big
Who
nose.
they talking about in the chat?
Hmm.
I'm trying to find out who they talking about in the chat. I'm being nosy right quick.
Obviously not you. Obviously not you. You ain't young. You ain't young.
Have you
It's
ever
all right, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You
responded to
slow
the
down.
black women? Have you ever seen?
You know what? If you don't call me by my
Have I,
name,
have
if
I
you
ever
don't call
seen
me by my
a
name,
yeah,
No, I can't. You want me to call you by your name?
all over the fucking place. And she never turned anyone into
You
stone.
want you want me to call you by your name?
And now
Joy
that
is talking. Why are you talking over her?
she had niggas stop and stare. Okay, wait a minute. This is what I'm saying.
Thanks.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that alone because that's a debate and a debate of a debate. I read Greek mythology, and Medusa was a myth. So if we had in the colonized days, okay, we had a lot of motherfucking Medusas with dreads. So that's all I'm saying. Like how they. So what is her name? You're not giving me this name. Who they call this lady? Because I'm sure. Do they call her Medusa too? I mean, I'm just asking. So let's just move on for that because you know my brain operates differently. So that's all I'm saying. Like okay. Now I can send you some links to my books. Okay, April, did you tell me what her name was? Tell me what they call her. What was her name? What did they call her in the colonized days? Because Medusa is Medusa. Medusa is a myth. So they
Well,
thought it was Medusa as
how do you know Medusa is a myth?
because it's Greek mythology. Most of that shit is
Well, a lot of Greek mythology, some of that was real.
yeah, but it's still
And
myth.
let me tell you what a lot of that Greek mythology, like I can even tell you where it started in the Bible. Let me tell you where they get it from, the Greek mythology part. Remember in the Bible it talks about when the son of God saw that the daughters of men were beautiful.
Hey, you know what? Here we go. We're getting totally off topic, and I'm about to get a fucking headache. Uh, this is the fucking thing.
You know, it's the same thing we're talking about.
People have their own beliefs. People know, but I'm talking about the Medusa and his
That's
chick.
what I'm saying. That's
What was her
all right.
name? What did they
I'm
call
trying to tell
her?
you, but
That's
you
what
want
I'm asking. And they're not. I can't spell or pronounce her name because it's kind of weird. But was it Medusa? Because Medusa's name was pretty clear to
I'm trying to tell you.
pronounce.
Never mind. Don't worry about
Okay, so that's just like every horror story. Every horror story about the demons and all that has to come from something that was real as well, right? And the only thing I'm saying is people put these things together to associate what they see at that time with what they read a long time ago. And so, okay, what they read that Greek mythology shit. They read that shit first, and then they see this person, this beautiful black woman with dress. They don't know because only thing they say, oh, Medusa has snakes coming out of here. So then you got somebody that write this shit. Oh, this beautiful black woman. The colonizers call her, maybe call her Medusa. I gave her another name in their own language, and she got braids. She got fucking drags. So I'm just saying, we will equate or associate things that we read from a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And then like, okay, so what I'm saying is, the only thing I'm saying is that this woman that the colonizers say she was not Medusa. That's the only thing I'm saying. She's an actual woman. So that's all I'm saying. So let's get back to my fucking topic. because I sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I guess I do not explain myself correctly or accurately. So let's get back to our topic because we're getting off topic. I don't want to talk about religion and all that shit because that is not debatable. Because people have their own religion, they have their own thoughts, and you know what I'm saying. So anybody had any experiences with YouTube where they thought they was gonna break down and mental was too much. They dealing with some mental issues, things like that. Let's stay on topic. April, pretty much
The topic, are you saying the topic is mental issues?
that's to cut dreads off. I must say fight to cut dreads off. Ain't nobody, if I get dreads, ain't nobody fucking with my head. I don't give a fuck what.
Miss Joy, did you say
uh,
the topic is about mental issues?
yeah.
Okay, you can definitely talk about that.
Yeah, your mental, and then you being a content creator, does it take a toll on you?
No,
Sometimes
it don't. No, it
all
don't.
the other stuff that be going on. Then they got this bullying issue, petition I hear about. I don't know why I said it.
Let me say something, Miss Joy. If you being a content creator, if you can't handle being a content creator and what comes at you, it is not for you.
Right.
I'm being real. I'm being honest with you. But
Yeah.
you should, when being a content creator, you have to be ready everything. Just like being a celebrity, like being a rapper or being an actor. You
Right.
know, they take shit every day. They either gay or you don't think like Nicki Minaj. They say she's reptilian and all type of shit. They have to handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? But they entertainers. You know what I'm saying? They don't worry about shit like that. That's why they are today, and that's bad.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, long as the main thing you're supposed to be focusing on is your community and
Mm-hmm.
your platform. You see, let me tell you something. Just like I was talking about this earlier on another platform. When I was a little blog, like when I had a couple of little views, a couple of subscribers, I wasn't going through all that. But once my subscribers started going up and people started noticing, that's when all your hate started coming. All
Mm-hmm.
that comes with it.
Yeah.
But as long as your subscribers and reviews and likes going up, why are you worried about what the hell they talking
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
about? All they trying to do is, I mean, come on now. That's something don't even worry about. Now, as
Yeah.
far as dealing with mental illness, I believe that can be helped if you work on it. You have
Mm-hmm.
to work on stuff like that.
Right.
And when you brought up about that part with the illness, you made me want to go back to the 12 steps that I know that can help with that. And I'm gonna start doing shows on that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
Oh Lord, see,
Yeah.
Scorpion lady, she on my top right now.
I asked
She
you a
on my top.
question. I asked you, did you make that shirt or did you buy it?
Nah, my boy from Chicago, he mailed me this shirt. This is his logo. This is one of his shirts he designed.
Oh, okay.
He has other shirts that he made. So
Yeah, I like that.
I appreciate it. I got two of them, the black one and the white one.
Okay.
I got the hat for it too.
Okay. You out
I like
here.
that.
Wait. You out here claiming me as your girlfriend and you would give me a shirt? Oh, God.
But,
You know what?
ooh, ooh, you know what? You so right. You so right. You so right. I'm gonna get on top of that though. Mister.
No, I really do. I like the shirt. I really do. It's cute.
All right, I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna get you one. Right up. What
It's
size?
like
What size do you want?
Whatever size you got on.
Mm.
Mhm.
I'm messing with you. No, I wanna I wanna wear like a t-shirt, so I want like an extra large, something like that.
I got you. I got you.
That's cool. I like that. So would you so implement says so will you tell content creators that they have a mental stability going on to continue to keep the channel or to take breaks? How will you tell someone that has material issues to really deal with that? Now, a YouTube channel. I have mental issues. And I would tell any content creator to deal with yourself first, and when you get overwhelmed, take a break. I would tell them to take a break because then if you keep going, you will get overwhelmed. And let's say a person with a mental illness and they're on the camera or whatever, they don't want to have a breakdown. While they live, especially while they live, because
Hey, look.
it
You
gets
see what?
other
You see what?
channels
You see what
shit
kickback?
up out.
You see what kickback bro say? She say take. She say
Yeah,
I'm not to be disrespectful. I don't know if this is she or he. I'm sorry. I mean, but that's a
yeah,
good
that's
point.
what I'm
You
saying. I
said
was
take
gonna say,
breaks.
take
Take
breaks.
breaks. Take breaks.
Gotta take a break.
Do
You
you
know,
do you read your Bible? Do you read
I
your
say
Bible?
breaks.
Do you read your Bible?
Do I read the Bible?
Yes.
I used to, but I don't see that word anymore. But I read. I'm an avid reader, so yeah, I do. I do read the Bible.
Maybe. I mean, it's just a suggestion. Just a suggestion. Because I mean, it's been known throughout the world that reading the Bible, studying the Bible, can bring comfort to you.
I grew up in the
They
church,
know.
believe it or not. I grew
Let
up.
me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Start off in Proverbs.
Mm-hmm.
Start off in Proverbs. Like read like today is the I believe today is the you can read like a chapter a day. Like today is the 15th. Read Proverbs 15.
I have it come on my phone, and I have verses that come on my phone about 3 or 4 times a day to keep me strong. So because I have an eye problem, I don't see that well. So I have it on my phone. I get you. I know. I get you. And I have verses that come on my phone 3 or 4 times a day, every day. No matter what time it is. Sometimes they come on in the middle of the night, just like I just had a verse come on. Uh, to keep me uplifted, to keep me engaged, to let me know that my God is always there. So yeah, I got that on my phone already, and it comes automatically every day, 4 to 5 times a day, because I have cataracts, developing cataracts, so I don't see very
Do you
well.
pray? Do you pray?
I pray every day. When I get up, I pray sometimes all day long. It all
Pray more.
depends.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Pray more hard. You see in scripture it say you have to meditate on God day and night. You have to
Yeah,
meditate on Him. It's good to meditate on, the word day and night. Even everything what you do, even everything what you say. I mean, what you eat, what you sleep. I mean, everything. It goes along. It's a part of life.
I I pray. I pray all through the day. Sometimes I just start praying.
You see,
Especially,
the word is not a religion. It's not a religion. It's a way of life. Everybody look at it as being a religion.
but everybody is not
I
the
hate
same.
I hate that word religion. I don't
Everybody
believe
is
I
not
don't believe I don't
because
believe in religion. I don't. I don't believe in religion. I believe in the truth.
people still have to live, and we're not living back in those days of the Bible and the things that's written in the Bible. So, only thing I do Let's try to make sure that I am the best person I can be, and I ask my God and I pray to my God to make sure that happen and to keep my sanity. And that's what I do. That's what I do. I, this world is going to hell in a handbag. I just want to make sure that I'm all right, and that I've been the best person that I can be. I do the best
Absolutely,
I can.
April. April know what she's talking about.
Who is this? There's no name. Who is that? Shit. Do anybody know this face? So I'm gonna let somebody up. I don't know who it is, but I get out of hand. Maybe they have something to bring to the table.
Okay.
Hello. He's muted. Unmute yourself.
I think I just got to know what it is.
Unmute yourself, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, JW. Hey, Jeff.
Hey,
Who is that? Who is that? Who is that?
That cheapo funny as hell, folks.
Oh, hey, Chico.
No, why cheapo?
Hey, Chico.
Cheapo little ass hilarious, folks. Hey, hello.
I'm getting you.
So what y'all talking about?
I'm talking about mental health.
Why you got that picture?
Ain't I look like you?
Wait a minute, that dude is ugly as fuck, man. Why you got that ugly ass dude on there? I do not look like that.
It's
Hey, Cheapo, your little ass hilarious, folks.
Like y'all really think I look like that
Right,
dude?
chopping up just a tiny bit, But you're not ugly.
That dude is ugly as hell.
You're not just tiny. Wait. It's the beard. It's just the beard. That's it.
That dude is ugly.
I'll give you the beard.
Van Sound, I forget his last name.
Alright, y'all, whatever.
I like your shirt though.
I like it too. I told him to give me one. You gonna have to give me one.
I'll make you one.
Oh, Chico.
Oh, why you turn your camera off?
JW, what's good, gang?
Trying to stay on track, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, I did not try to take you off track. I don't want to
that's
take you out.
we've been off track. No, we're still here, and we can still get some of it in. Don't mind us, no matter.
I heard y'all talking about religion.
Well, that's when it got off track. Actually, what we're talking about is mental health and doing YouTube, being bullied or being bullied, and how do you deal with it when you're a
Stay away from it. Why, like, how do you deal with it? Why even deal with it? Why deal with it? Why even deal
Y'all
with
talking
it?
about substance use.
Huh?
So the title of the video was about substance. It was about recovery, right?
Right. It was about recovery. I'm in recovery, but I'm dealing with YouTube. I'm dealing with real life.
Did you say substance abuse?
Yeah.
Substance abuse is dealing with drugs, honey.
Right. So yeah.
All right, and I'm in recovery. I am in recovery. I am in recovery. I am in recovery.
So what type of drugs do you want?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Y'all know, you got to be fucking kidding me.
They definitely know. They definitely know, Joy. They playing with you, folks. They know.
I was on look here. I was on drugs 10 years ago.
Are you? What you need to
I know about the 12 steps. Recovery. I know about the doctor's opinion. I know about the real story.
My title was telling.
What drug you was
Let's just
on?
put it like this. I was in CA.
Who?
Well, okay, I was
Okay, what's the
Wow.
first?
What's your drug of choice?
What's the
I
first
did
step?
the NA.
Look at Cheapo, stupid as
We
hell.
admitted that we were power over alcohol or drugs or life or mental illness, that our life has become a management. Two,
What's
came
number
to the
two?
belief of power greater than ourselves because it
It
restores
restores
back to
back to
sanity.
sanity. You better preach. All right.
And we got a serenity prayer as well. You know what I'm
God,
saying?
grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, to
And
change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the
the
difference.
wisdom to know that
Amen.
I only know this because I'm trying to be a drug counselor. Here go my little books and stuff too. But yeah, you know your stuff.
yeah, if you don't know
So
it,
you
you're
trying
gonna
to
use it
Cheapo, you
again.
trying to get some Cheapo, you trying to get some clients? You funny as hell.
Watch, I'm gonna do a show on all the 12 steps. Watch.
Okay, cool. I'll be there.
I'm gonna do a show on all the 12 steps. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna,
I
I'm
got
gonna
them
teach
right
y'all
here.
something, and it's gonna help mental illness.
exactly.
Okay.
That's why I started it with
Oh, okay.
I am in recovery. And most recovery addicts, they deal with some form of mental illness. And being content creators, how far? Where's your line? Where's the border? Where's your red line? What you know what I'm saying? Because there's a whole lot of shit that be going on, and I know I get overwhelmed sometimes, and I say, let me. You gotta take a break. You know what I'm saying? Because I had, and most people probably didn't even know that I had my mental state have come out on camera because I cam up most of the time.
Right.
And it have
You
came
ain't cammed
out.
up now. You ain't cammed up now. Cam that ass up.
You know, I ain't never
You
scared.
too,
You
Chubbs.
know what?
You too, Chubbs. Nah, you stay. Hold on. You stay cammed up.
Huh?
You stay cammed up. You
Huh?
cammed up, Chubbs, and you cam up right now.
I always cam up.
There
I
you
ain't
go.
never scared.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, man, Marshall? What's up, my Indian beauty? Yeah, I ain't never scared. Everybody.
I
Yay!
know I'm handsome.
All right now.
Yay!
Hey,
Yay!
So
hey.
Yay!
how long have you guys been in recovery? Like how many years?
10 years.
I've been in a lot of
See, but
years.
I only recovered from one drug.
What's that? It was
What was
It was
that?
crack,
cocaine. It was
cocaine.
cocaine.
Oh wow! Okay.
I recovered from dope. I have did crack. You know,
Wow.
I did that too.
Dang.
Are you did
I'm
crack
still going
too?
through
my
recovery.
brother
From
choice was
weed, motherfucker.
always
I
heroin.
did that too. The
I'm
only
a
thing,
heroin addict.
this
But
shit was 10 years ago, and I'm proud of it. Let me say
I,
something, Miss Joy. Let me say something. I'm proud of to tell you people that my history of when I was strung out on that drug. I don't have
Right.
no problem with that because that's how I became a content creator because of that. You know what I'm saying? And a young lady told me, you know what, you gotta come out with a YouTube show and share your story. And I'm like, huh? And then I started doing it in my first channel. I had got like over 3,000. This ain't my first channel. I've been on YouTube for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I came to a content creator because they was like, man, you gotta because what your story can help people, and that's I became.
when I first come in, they knew what I was. Because they kept fucking with me, and I tell them, you want to come for me, I'm going to do your ass. But I tell them, you know what I'm saying? I
Why?
feel
Why even waste your energy on that though? That don't make no
because I'm
sense.
just coming into YouTube. I
Stop,
wasn't
stop
engaged in this.
doing that.
No, stop. Look, hold on. You deal with things how you deal with things. I deal with things how I deal with them. We
So
are
you so
individual people.
so so you guys both went to a treatment program?
I was in
I
the
went
treatment.
to 10 years ago, baby girl. I went to many programs. I started doing drugs at age of 21, and I'm 42 now, and I stopped at I'm 44. So that was 9 minutes. Yeah. It's been 12 years.
Yeah,
Congratulations to you.
It's been 12 years.
That's
you know,
dope.
you get the little tips. Shit, it's been
Wow.
I don't even remember,
Yo.
but it's been a very very long time. But I started by drinking because people, places, and things, and fucked around with these guys, and closing bars, opening bars, shit like that. But it's like,
So let me ask you guys a question. Cause my teacher said this
My
is not.
heart really goes out to you, Miss Joy. I'm sorry.
But
I ain't mean to cut you.
but look, do
I
you
really
think
do.
that relapse is a part of recovery?
Like, I
it
wish I
don't, it
could give
don't
you a
have
big
to
hug
be,
after
but
that.
most of the time it is. It all depends on an individual. Relapse can be. I won't say it is. I say it can be a part of it, but it don't have to be. It all depends on the individual. If they want to stop, only that individual is responsible for his or her own recovery, and if they want to stop. It all depends on if you're tired of being tired. It all depends on what you want to do. What's your next move? When you get clean, you have to have something constructive that you're working on to and stay out of what they call people, places, and things. These people, you can't really, when you're first in recovery, you can't be around those same people. I don't give a fuck if it's your family. Stop doing the things that trigger you to want to get high. You know what I'm saying? And places, don't be going hanging around the motherfucking crack houses because you know people there. You want to show up, oh, I'm clean now. Like you trying to make some kind of statement. You
But
want
let me say something. You know, when you in recovery, you have to stay around people in recovery. You know that, right? You can't be antisocial. But that's
okay.
a part of your program. That's a part of your recovery.
Do you know most of those motherfuckers are supposed to be? You got a counselor, you got this, you got that. I used to go. I had to stop going there because I see these motherfuckers still getting high. So I took other routes.
But you have to stay around the winners. You have to give yourself a. I
How the hell?
understand what you're saying. That is true.
How the fuck do you know who the winner is? Because motherfuckers be trying to hide their high. These motherfuckers, they be sponsors and shit and still fucking getting high. I know this from experience.
That's what I was gonna
Hey,
ask. I was
hey,
gonna
especially, hey, Joy already know, especially up here, Joe, on my mama, there's so many secret people that get high up here. I'm talking about you wouldn't even know. Doctors, I done seen doctors walk up and back door.
Yeah.
Lawyers, all type of shit.
See, each person, when you're in recovery, you have a sponsor. They're supposed to be clean. They say, well, maybe 10, maybe, 10 years or more. These motherfuckers still be getting high. Or they be selling the fucking drugs. Believe me, I'm from the Chi-Town. Oh, come on, man. Come on. So, I stopped going I stopped going and I started going into church. I started going to, what I did, I started going to AA meetings. I just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? NACA, I stopped going to those because they'll go up there, they have a beautiful fucking speech and all that thing, and then the next thing you know, these motherfuckers still selling drugs. So, and selling the drugs to the sponsees, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, this is bullshit. That was just like when I grew up in a church. I go in the back, we're getting ready to go so we can see, and these motherfuckers smoking weed like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Anything that if you tell me something, it is something that's happening and it's all this great and all this, and when I find out it's not and you're lying, I move the fuck on. Like, fuck you, and I don't trust it no more. So, it all depends on the individual. You know, yeah, they may be clean on the outside, however fucked up on the inside. And sometimes they just still be doing what they're doing. Do you know that there's some of them that fucking go in there to pull people back into getting high and shit? That's what really, seriously. And then it's like this evilness that be around. I don't like it. Bad energy, I try to get my ass away from it. If you make me have doubts about what you say out of your fucking mouth, I move on. Like, let me find another outlet. Let me find some other support. So after that, I started only going to AA until I felt like, and when you change your environment, change the people you fuck with, change the things that you was doing, then you're okay. So I've been clean ever since. But I won't say I'm clean because I'm an active alcoholic and I'm gonna fucking drink because that's what I want to do. And some people say, oh, it's a transference. Maybe yes it is, but it's what I do. And when that shit start fucking me up and all that, then maybe I stop. But from here on,
So let me ask you a question because I get this a lot. So like I've never done any hard drugs or anything. I smoked weed when I was younger, but since I'm like trying to become a substance abuse counselor, I've heard like people say like, oh, what can you tell me? Like because you haven't had experience, right? Like you're coming from a book standpoint versus being out there and experiencing going through the withdrawals and the cravings and all of that. So what is y'all take on that?
Well, I want to say something on that.
go ahead, Chopper.
Uh, that is really true because, like, when you were in substance abuse counseling, it forms around Alcohol Anonymous, Cocaine Anonymous, um, Narcotics Anonymous. It circles around that atmosphere, and a lot of those people that's in those type of programs have suffered themselves. And in order to reach the community, you have to have depth of weight. You have to. I mean, it's kind of like you have to understand where they're from through experience, where you can, you know what I'm saying? Because
But
it's
so just because I didn't experience it like that doesn't mean that I didn't experience it secondary or like vicariously from my family. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
From my community, you know. And then at the end of the day, addiction is addiction. Whether it's
hmm
food addiction, whether it's
absolutely,
you get what I'm
absolutely,
saying? And so
Yeah,
all
that's
of those
something.
things
That's
they all
another.
start in the
I
mind.
think, but
absolutely.
let me say this from what you was just speaking on.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I call them textbook counselors or sponsors. Uh, it is a difference when a person deal with a person that studied it, right? Because I always looked at those people that just studied it and have not experienced that. A lot of people end up getting back high because addicts are very clever. They're very clever. And they'll come at you, they'll come in every week, 2 or 3 times a week. You think they're very clever. A person that has experience that can look at that person and say, you get a high, motherfucker. But a clinical part of the textbook, she's like, you're doing great because they have not experienced, they don't know, you know what I'm saying? Because they haven't been on the ground. They just get it from the book, and they get, well, this person will do this, the signs. But in actuality, don't faint for the next. They know what the fuck is happening. Because they can just look at them. They have this whole exterior that the person that's studying in a book that has never experienced being on the ground, being an addict, will not see. So it is a difference. It is a difference. And if you're studying this and you got family members and stuff, you may be very you may be very good at noticing things that don't add up. You know what I'm saying? Because addicts are very clever. And they will hide. They know how to hide shit, especially from textbook, the clinical shit I said. They know how to hide it, but they cannot hide it from. That's why they have sponsors that have been users or addicts to sponsor other addicts, because we see, we can look, we can see, we know the behavior because we've been there before. We've been on the ground. So, but uh, it depends if you insert yourself, and if you have family members, you may be able to be successful and save their lives. Keeping, what I'm saying, doing your job is being a sponsor or a counselor. But if you have it, I'm gonna tell you, addicts are tricky. They're very clever, and a lot of these addiction specialists, if they haven't been addicts before, most of the time they won't even hire you. You would just be like in the office, like when they come into a rehab or something, you just take the vitals, you ask them questions, how long you been getting high, what you get high, this and that. That mostly is basically what you do. But the people that have been on the ground that's been addicts before are the ones that knows. A motherfucker come in there shining like a brand new fucking quarter, and they be like, give me a drop. And cause they know, cause they've been there before. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's me where we are, kick back. You're right, but then it goes back to what you said. Hurt people. But sometimes they just might hurt themselves. It's a loss. Lose fact. Absolutely. You're back at the door, Rick. Yes. Yes. So if that's what you're doing now, you probably need to what do you call it, volunteer.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's a requirement. So and I'm so appreciative that my teacher, he like real hood. Like he said all the time, like he wants, like he's an addict. Once an addict, always an addict, right?
Yeah.
And some of the same things that you're saying right now, about like how people come in, they know how to manipulate the system. They know the program better than you do because they in and out of them, And so the same thing he teaching is the same thing, you just got to saying a little bit. And so
look for the signs, the behavior, even the talk, the absences, the presence, all those things will factor for you to be successful in identifying. Because the first thing it's not whether they get high or not. Identify when they're in your program and they still getting high, because they can be doing some things with the other people that's trying to stay clean and bring them in into the world of getting high again. So that's the most part of it, and it is what it is. But if you have enough information, like you say, you volunteer to these rehabs, and even like sometimes, I don't know if they still do that, but just taking people, because a lot of times when they first go in, they need an escorting them. They may have to be escorted to a funeral of a loved one, or escorted to the stores, or to get medications, or even to the doctor for doctor's appointments. Be there and listen to them. You would know if they, because when a person relapses, they have already relapsed long before they actually use.
Look at you. Yeah, you're right.
Who's that in the background doing screaming? Who's that screaming? Somebody, I thought I heard somebody screaming or something. Somebody getting murdered.
Oh, that's my baby's playing robots. Y'all gotta forgive me. Yeah, she a little.
So how long you been in counseling?
Huh?
How long you been practicing for this?
You know what? I've been in. I work in prevention right now. Prevention and intervention with mental health and substance abuse for youth and transitional age youth. And so I just started school 6 months ago. uh, to be the counselor. It's a year program, and like Joey was saying, like I have to do like volunteer hours at a certain point before I can even be considered to take the state exam.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's what I'm doing. So I work in the field, but I
And
don't
that,
work in the
that, that,
treatment program.
that is a good feel, and it will keep you busy, but you gotta keep your shit sharp, and you have to identify the ones that be on bullshit. Especially once they take the methadone and shit like that, because you're gonna be everywhere. You're not gonna be in one specific spot. You're gonna be everywhere, and you gotta know these things. Hey, you can just call me and ask me like, hey, this person, if you have any doubt about a motherfucker, because they're very clever. We're very clever people. And they want, okay, especially with the methadone, oh, this is not doing, and I'm still having these and that, and they want the intake to get higher. No, because you go high and then you go low, because the whole program is about weaning them off of it. And you know what I'm saying? And some of them still want to get high, but they get it high a different way, and they use the methadone to do it. And so, you're going to be going through a whole lot of different areas of prevention. And so, that's cool though. I think that's cool though. That's cool, but you just gotta know. You gotta be able to read that. You gotta know the lingo. You gotta know the language, the behavior, how they move. Everything. You gotta study that so that you would know. You know what I'm saying? You would know. And so, and a lot of that, and you in mental health as well. You gotta know all of those things, because if you're on mental health, a lot of addicts need mental health.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, man, you got a big job ahead of you, but you can do it because you're the fire marshal.
Yeah. That is. You know what? It's always been a passion of mine. And I have been talking about becoming one years ago, and so I know. God opened up the door where I was able to go to school. I didn't have to pay a dime. I didn't have to pay for my books. I didn't have to do anything. And so I feel like, everything was destined, for me to be where I am, today. Just the moves that were made or what have you. But, I'm up for the challenge.
Yeah. Just pay attention. Pay attention to your patients or your clients, whatever they call them. Pay attention to them. The body language. Pay attention to the language they use. Because when they relapse, because see, like they say, relapse is a part of recovery. It don't have to be. Because a person that relapse already, because they planned this already, and they'll use any excuse to go and use.
Right.
And it could be they done planned to use like a month before. And then so something happened, oh my God, and then they out there using. So, just be very careful.
But let me tell you something. What I like about with focus, you can't be worried about who out there using. It's about your protection.
She's not worried about who's out there using. She is going to have clients. She's going to have people that she has to escort to different places. And the only thing I'm saying is she don't worry about. But what you do is, what I'm saying is, sometimes they go out. You got to be recognizing if you're going to go out and get high or not. Because see, then you got to tell them you can't come back when they come back high. Don't nobody want that on their watch. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want that on their watch. So that's all I'm saying. Just, just pay attention. That's all. Because you got a lot of people that go out, they've been doing very good, and everything, and then they'll come back in there fucked up. Just always have that fucking drop cup handy, so you can weed out the rest, because one bad apple will fuck up the whole tree, the whole apple tree, and that's all I'm saying.
Let me see it. Hey, mama. Let me see it. Hey, mama. How you doing? Come here. Let me see. Let me see. Come here, cutie. Come here, cutie. Let me see that little cute girl. Don't
She
be
looks like
shy.
she's sleepy. Is she sleepy? Oh, she had a nap already.
Don't be shy.
When
You,
someone,
you know what? So listen, no, my daughter, she has partial
it's
epilepsy,
not a
and
reflection on you, but they kick back and
and
grow.
She is
and
so cute too.
It's
there's a
on that person's watch because they can come back in and get everybody in the fucking facility high. Cause a lot of them come in with shit. They take, if they go out on say they go out on a thing. They go somewhere for the weekend. They done already, cause all the other motherfuckers that already, they done put in their shit and they get back in there with dope. And they have everybody in the fucking facility high. It's almost just like jail. You got somebody bringing the shit in, and there's a motherfucker that got. It's not so much of a reflection on the people at hand, but this is why I say, they're clever. The whole goddamn place will be high as hell. So you always have to pay attention, cause they bring shit in these places.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drugs. They will bring drugs inside. They go outside, go on a what they call it? They go on a little thing for the weekend, and they already done taken all the damn requests. Oh, bring me this, bring me that.
Can I ask you a question? And I don't want you to take this offensive. Why you be so worried about what is going on when you need to be worried about the recovery? Don't take this offensive. I want you to
Are you
really think
talking
about
to
it.
me? Are you
Yeah.
talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, say that again.
When I was in recovery, the first thing my counselor told me, don't worry about what's going on. Everybody's sick, including you. And I'm still sick. This is what my counselor told me. Worry about your recovery.
Okay. Can
Even
I?
in the Bible, it tells you, Romans 12 and 2.
Can I?
Hold
Can
on.
I?
Wait a minute. Let me read it right quick.
No, no. I want to answer this now.
I am. Hold, just give me a minute. Let me read you something right quick.
is that the big book?
No, this is not the big book. This is some the bigger book.
Oh, okay. Well,
That
while
is
you looking for what you're looking for, what I hear is we are powerless over people, places, and things. Kind of something similar to what Joy was saying.
Exactly.
hold on. Wait a minute. Let me read this.
Okay,
And
go
do
ahead.
not be conformed to this world,
But
but
be
be
ye transformed
transformed
by the
it
renewing of your
in the
mind.
renewing of your mind, that
That's the
you
Bible.
may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God.
Okay,
Wait, but
I'm gonna answer your question.
that's the
I,
Bible.
yeah, I'm gonna answer his question. To know the Bible is the Bible, but people are people. The Bible is some old shit. We live according to what the Bible has in there to make our lives better. But when you're on the ground, when you're in real life, I don't worry about nobody else's shit. But I should if it will affect me. I don't want to be around no motherfucking drug addicts. I don't want to be. So if I'm in a facility and I'm trying to get clean and I'm seeing these what the fuck is going on, I'm going to say something. Because, you're in a whole setting. This is an isolated, closed setting. And I know motherfuckers coming up in there, they go out on a little trip or whatever and come back in and everybody's high around me. People fucking places and things. Now the Bible that I serve is the NA Bible. Those two men that wrote that shit. When it comes to my addiction, the Bible is something totally different for me. The Bible is worldly kind of shit. But my recovery, that NA book, that AA book, that CA book, that's what I deal with.
You a tough,
Yeah,
that's a,
but those
you a
books
tough
are
woman.
those books were wrote from biblical principles,
I
though.
don't worry about who's doing what. What I worry about is who's around me.
Miss
And
Joy, can I say this? You one of the toughest women I ever met. It kind of scares me because I think you're a little bit too tough.
a little bit too tough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 57 years old.
It doesn't matter.
I would have probably been dead.
That
if
don't
I
happen.
didn't stand up for myself.
That don't have nothing to do with
So
your
what you
age,
call
man.
too tough?
That
What do
don't
you
have nothing. Wait a minute.
what do you
That
mean
don't have
too
nothing to do
tough?
with your age.
If I was a man, you wouldn't be saying a little bit.
No. I will be saying the same thing. I promise to God, in the name of
Okay, so what do you
Yahshua,
mean
I will
too
be saying
tough?
the same exact
Okay,
thing.
so what do
Trust
you
and
mean
believe.
too tough?
I think you're a little bit too tough because I know you've been through a lot. You've been through a lot. I can tell that. But
A little bit too
seriously,
tough for what or whom?
you're tough. Like you're a fighter. Like you said last night. You
Yeah,
sometimes that's not good. That's
who
not
am I too tough for? Whom or what?
yourself.
A little bit too tough for myself? And okay, say for instance, I'm a little bit too tough for myself. How would that hurt me or help me? Maybe it's just my personality. Maybe it's just
I don't
me.
want to say that. I don't want to say that. I'm gonna stay out.
Say
I'm gonna
it.
stay out of
Okay.
that. I'm gonna stay out of that area
We're
right
here.
there. I'm
We're
gonna stay
here.
out of that. I'm gonna stay out of that. That's to
Well,
me
you
what my
were
mind. What the
you
question?
said you
Wait a minute.
said
Wait. The question you just asked me is a danger zone. So I'm gonna stay out of that
why is it danger zone?
because you asking me to question you how I think how you are, and most women don't like that. They don't like. They don't like being seen.
You said a
They
little
do
bit
not like
too
that.
tough
They
for
do
women.
not like
Not
that.
so much of a woman.
Especially about
Maybe for
themselves.
a man.
And
So
usually when a woman get
I
mad,
know
when I know you gonna get mad,
I ask you.
you already told me you suffer
I
from mental
did.
illness now. You told me that already. And I don't want
Okay,
no smoke.
come on. Don't underestimate me. Please don't do
But I
that.
don't want no smoke with you. I don't want no
I
smoke.
didn't give you no smoke. What
I
do you
don't
mean?
want no
I asked you a
You
question.
you is not gonna trick me. Fuck you.
Well, then you should have said that out of your mouth if you don't have no receipts behind that. If you can't give me a reason why you say certain things out of your mouth, why even say it? This is
I
what
love
makes me
you.
fucking
I love
mad.
you. I love you.
I love you too.
No, you don't. Blow
You
me a kiss. Blow me a kiss then. Blow
you
me a
said
kiss.
so I got some kind of I
Blow me
guess
a kiss then if you love me. Blow me a kiss. Blow me a kiss.
smooch
There you go.
ass.
There you go. That's all. There you go. God, I know you love me.
Listen. I am a very curious woman. And when people say things, I want to know, why am I too tough? From who? For what? For
I don't
myself?
know. I'm drunk. There you go. I'm drunk.
Yeah, you can use that excuse because you don't have no
I'm
answer.
drunk.
So I'm going to leave it at that. You say something, but then you don't have no answers for it. If I ask you a question,
I'm drunk. I forgot what I said.
you tell me something, I'm going to be curious about it. Like, what do you mean? Because I'm a very curious person. But it's okay. Since you don't want to say, you don't have to be afraid of me. I'm like
I'm
a,
scared. I am scared of
I'm
you.
like a cat,
I
like
am scared of you. I'm
meow.
scared. Yeah, nah, I'm scared. Don't be blowing me kisses now. I'm scared of you.
Okay, scoop, El
You like
Chico.
to beat. You like to beat men up. You like to beat men.
Energy costs money. Hey, yeah, Chico say, hey, seriously, I appreciate y'all in the discussion. Y'all have a blessed night and keep up the great work with your sobriety. Thank you, El Chico.
Get back, gross.
Huh?
Somebody snitching on me.
Who's snitching on you? Don't come up here with that paranoid ass mental illness shit. Get that kickback. He not drunk.
Somebody snitching on me. You know, I'm drunk.
Snitching on
I'm
you for
drunk.
what? What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? You ain't doing nothing. What you doing? Who's snitching on you? I think kickback. I think he's about to get there. He's looking like it. Soon we're gonna see him take his shirt off and flex. All kind of candy. Good morning, honey. Oh shit, good morning. How long I've been on this motherfucker? Oh Jesus, y'all do it to me all the time. Okay, so we had
Don't nobody want to see my bird chest. Don't nobody want to see my bird chest.
You showed it. You
Don't
showed
nobody
it.
want to see my little bird chest, man. I ain't nothing but a little old skin and bone.
Skin and bones.
That's
Okay,
all I
well,
am. I'm the skin and bones with melanated
you
skin.
showed it anyway.
My leg black ass with skin and bone with melanated skin. That's all I am.
I just want to see this. No, I don't. I've seen it already, cheapo. He always doing that. He comes in my shit with no clothes on. I'm like, dude. When he showing more than likely he has no shirt on. Who knows if he got anything under that? But I already seen it. I am hungry too.
You say flex? Okay, flex.
I think I'm gonna make me some. I think I'm gonna have breakfast for dinner. I'm past my feed time. Messing with you. I don't. Oh, almost 2.5 hours. Over 2.5 hours. I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, I'll let you go. I'm gonna eat. Red, green, and go. Red, green, and go. Legalize being black. I like that. That has such a good touch to it. And it says so much. I like your shirt. Yeah, I like that. That's so touch. It's so meaningful. Like, seriously. It is so meaningful.
What I do with the hat? The hat is so well.
So, I gotta figure out. I don't know. That was a great scripture you read, so.
I don't know what I do with the hat.
Chico said that was a great scripture you read, and it was.
You're welcome.
It is a great scripture.
Let me read it one more time.
Go ahead, read it one more time. We got
And
20.
do not be conformed to the word. Hold on. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. You may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Absolutely. That means like what you were saying, and I don't want you to be mad. Like when you go in recovery, your main thing is you see this is not for the weak.
Right.
When you're in recovery, you can't be weak. Just like I know you're a strong woman, but if you could just learn how to transition in that to your recovery, I promise you, you'll help a lot more people. Because what you're going to do through recovery, the only way you can really get your recovery is through a service work. And that's by sharing your strength, hope, and experience. So that means somebody that helping you recover, you also have to help somebody recover yourself.
Exactly, and that was my point I was trying to make. Because if I'm somewhere in a facility and I know what's going on, that's the point I was trying to make. They're gonna screw up the whole facility. You got people that go in, they do trips or whatever, they come back in. I've seen it, and I've seen it screw up the whole damn place. Everybody's high in there, and then you got all these people.
Remember, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Remember a long time ago when your mama and your dad was with, or if they still alive, I don't know. But remember, because my mom used to tell me all the time when I was young, especially when I was in school. I know I'm being long with it, but I want y'all to really get this what I'm about to say. But she always used to tell you one of the main things, especially when your ass getting tough. Stop worrying about what everybody's doing. Worrying about what the fuck you doing.
What that meant to me was like, when you want the same, they got them kind of gym shoes. We don't. That's how I take that. But we never really worry about other people. That's why I would say I keep my nose on my face. That's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? But our thing was, and really not that, because when my mom and dad was, before she got ill, we had everything we needed, but we was very, very young. So we grew up, I'm sorry, grew up without them. And so my mother got sick, my dad was gone. My dad is still living. He lives with me, as a matter of fact, you know, and my mom was mentally ill. And that caused a whole lot of problems in my life.
Can I say this? Do you have to claim that? You don't. You know you don't. You know you don't have to claim that, right? You know you don't have to use it.
I tell my story. I don't claim anything.
Okay, there you go. All right, because that is a story. That is a story. Yeah. But the more you use, look, that's your recovery. You understand what I'm saying? Because I believe, we admittedly probably came to believe, made a decision to turn out with in our life over the character we understood him. For five, I believe, is where you write your list.
Yeah, you make a list.
And let me tell you something. When you on that step right there, this is a step. When I did that step, I cried. Look, I cried on that step, because if you really serious about your covenant, you have to share everything that you do. Everything. Because let me tell you something. No, wait a minute. About recovery, when you come to recovery, you find out it ain't about the addiction.
No, it's about your mental health, your behavior. It's about everything that impacts, everything that makes you whole, and everything that
it's about everything what you went through your childhood memory. Even when you got touched when you was a little girl. I'm talking about you have to share this with your sponsor.
Right, of course, I did all my
stuff. You have to free that shit. You gotta free that shit.
I just said tonight on this live, I said I have done some things that I'm very, very embarrassed about. I just didn't go into detail. I do my steps.
You gotta go into detail. What you mean? Well, that
I ain't gotta go into detail.
You gotta tell everything. You gotta tell everything.
I am not doing no steps with them.
I'm talking about look. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. You have to tell everything that you did. I'm talking about the shit you take to the grave, that you gotta take to the grave. You gotta tell all that shit. The shit that you take to the grave that you will never tell nobody. It's about your recovery. You got to tell it.
I am on YouTube. They will only know what the fuck.
We ain't talking about no damn YouTube. We talking about the sponsor, woman.
I tell you, I already did my steps. I already did that years and years ago, and I still will go back when I feel like
how long you been in recovery?
With my mental health, I will always go back and I look at the book.
When did you relapse?
I relapsed when I started drinking. That's when
No. When did you relapse?
I don't know. It's been so many years ago. I've been clean a lot of years. I drink now. So we were going to relapse.
Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Is that a problem for you?
Is it a problem for me?
Yes, drinking.
Oh, this song, fuck. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm still, I drink because, I like to drink. I just
But
don't
does
do
it? But a drink is drinking a problem? Has it caused problem in your life?
no, not so
Then
far.
you haven't relapsed. You haven't relapsed.
No, not so far. It hasn't. It hasn't. But
See,
who?
what was a problem in your life then? If you get back on that, that's
Yeah,
when you
that's the
relapse.
problem.
That's
And
relapse.
I know better than that.
Yeah.
I don't even come. You know, some people say, "Oh, I was dreaming, I was getting high and everything." I don't have those dreams no more. I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the taste is not in my mouth for it. It's disgusting to me to even think about that I was getting high. You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about getting high. I don't worry about getting high no more, like on drugs. I'm a sipper anyway when it comes to drinking. I like my little drink, my little cocktails. And I'm good, excuse me. And I'm good. So far.
Hold on, Miss George. Wait, I got to address this woman in this chat that she been coming at me since yesterday, last night. Look, woman,
I'm just talking about Scorpio lady.
Miss Scorpio lady. Now I can tell what your diction is. Yo, you a sex addict. Cause you been coming at me all goddamn. You want me to take off my shirt? My shirt ugly. I'm cute. Why are you coming at me? What is your problem? Why is you messing with me?
She don't have no problem. Let's go, like, kick back and go. You can't engage with her.
Damn, you girl been on my top all damn night. What the hell I do to
El Chico said, were you guys ever homeless?
her? She said, damn you.
Not so much like homeless. Like, I used to, there's a certain witch. These
Nah,
days, I would get.
look, Scorpio lady, I'm sorry. I don't want no
I would get
smoke.
kicked out. And so I go find a hotel room to stay in until I'm able to get back in. But I was never like homeless, no. Homeless. No, but I would get kicked the fuck out. So I'd be homeless like a few days, maybe a week. Sometimes I'd be running from the police and go somewhere and stay. You know,
Oh my God, man. Y'all
you get
Miss Scorpio lady, what I'm gonna do with you?
you can't go home, so you go somewhere up on the end up, staying at a crack spot for a week or two till the shit calm down. Cause you know they coming to your crib.
I'm gonna drop down in the chat, man. I'm gonna go, man. I'm gonna drop down in the chat.
Gloria said, what was your drug?
Everybody,
they
picking on me.
Gloria, how you doing? Heroin was my drug of choice.
I feel like I'm being picked on.
Look, stop looking at Scorpio lady. That's what she do. Stop it. Don't engage.
You picking on me. You picking on me.
You know what? Don't think that you are special. She's picking on everybody. You trying to act like he's special. She picking on me.
I am special shit. Goddamn. Motherfucker, I am goddamn special.
Yeah, my drug of choice was heroin. My mental was too fucked up just to be a crackhead. I could not do that. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, and as far as homelessness, I was never homeless. Like, I never lived on the street or anything like that. I would sometimes have to leave my home because I'm out there doing some dumb shit and the police come looking. So, you know, I had to leave for a while till things calm down. You know, but homelessness, no. No, I would say no. I've never been home.
Hold on. Did you hear what this April May just say? I never did drugs. I'm about to smoke my daughter's weed. What the fuck?
Your daughter gonna kick your ass, April.
April's a motherfucking bitch, man. God damn. I'm saying.
Daughter is gonna better kick your
And you better buy some more weed too. You better buy some more weed.
If she can buy she better hope the daughter don't find out, because if she can buy her daughter some more weed, now she can buy her own. Leave your daughter's weed alone and buy your own shit. Your daughter gonna fuck you up.
Wait a minute, who did heroin? Who did heroin, Chico?
When you shook heroin, how long were you sick? Oh, when I stopped. Okay, now I get.
Oh, you did heroin? I did crack. I did cocaine, crack cocaine. I'm scared of neither. I couldn't do heroin. I don't.
No, that was my drug choice.
Oh no, I'm scared of neither, baby. My stuff good. You see them all? My stuff clean.
I didn't never shoot it. I never shot up. I sniffed it. Chipo. Okay. When I found out that there was, after effects of using it, I used to sell it, so I would always had it. I was fucking with motherfucker that had it all the time, and I did not know about the after effects, getting sick and all that, because I never experienced getting sick, because I always had it when I wanted it.
Wait a minute. April May say she about to get high. I want to see it.
Hold on. And then one time, Brad L and who I was with was out of town, and I find myself could not move.
You want to see look at my ugly face?
Hold on. And I find myself in a situation, and I'm like, I'm hurting all over, I'm sweating all over, and I could not move. And luckily, at the time, I was living in the same building. I was in a 2-flat. I was on the first floor. That the person I was with, the parents owned the building. And so I could not move. And at that time, my first 3 children were there. And luckily, I had, always kept the fridge stocked. So they actually had to feed themselves. I could not move for 3 days. And and that's when I first experienced that. And I never had that experience again. And so I got up, I got out of there, and I went home. It was my home at the time. I went home, and I never had that experience again. But I only had that experience once, and I actually died. But it never happened again. I made sure of that. It didn't mean that I stopped using it at the time. I just was never gonna experience that shit again. So sometimes, when you have this.
Oh my God, man! You got some retarded ass people in the chat. You, girl, you got some retarded ass folks in this chat. I'm telling you.
I think the people that come here and sit here with me are pretty cool. Because they know what they come, they say, and then they ask questions. I answer them.
Ooh, Lord have mercy, man.
Why I feel like you just read me a slow poem?
Was that withdrawals?
April May, who you talking about? Me or him? I wasn't a slow porn. Oh shit, if that was porn, that fucking pain. I don't want no porn like that. But was that?
Hey, kick back and grow. Can you drop my link, please?
That was withdrawals. Archibald explains heroin addicts have to keep doing the drug to not get sick at the usage, and the sickness is tough.
Can somebody drop my link in the chat, please?
Kickback. Drop Chopping TV link in the chat for me.
Please.
Yeah, like kickback say, yeah, dope sick is a thing. It is a thing. There's 2 drugs that have withdrawals that make you sick: heroin
and alcohol. Absolutely.
Yeah, heroin and alcohol.
Yeah, 2 drugs that make you sick: heroin and alcohol.
Cocaine is water soluble. You can get rid of that in your piss. You piss it out. 24 hours is gone. Heroin sticks in at least take about maybe a week or a little more. Weed stays in at least 2 weeks. It all depends on how much you smoke. 2 weeks or 3 weeks, maybe.
T-Pro, come back up here. Why you left us?
Because she trying to get her baby to sleep.
Oh, that's
Speaking of something, she may have to go get up.
baby. I wish I had a kid. I wish I had a little kid though.
Come on now.
Baby.
You said, I mean, April said JW a swear says, "Are you ready? A dirty
Oh, you wait a minute. You blowing kisses at me, T-Pro? Make me smile now. Was you blowing kisses at me?
Nothing like porn, I tell you. That was nothing like porn.
Was you blowing kisses?
Mattress. I had sweated so much. I sweated through the mattress in a box spring. And then to throw it out.
Wait a minute. I love you because you was blowing kisses.
Well, see that because I was blowing kisses.
Oh, I was blowing kisses?
Oh my God, I think God I was never on drugs.
Who was blowing kisses? Me?
I was never on drugs. It's nothing nice.
Was I blowing kisses?
I did. Was she talking about me or you? I don't know. You weren't blowing kisses. I was blowing kisses.
I wasn't blowing kisses.
And I didn't see you.
I was blowing kisses at Joy.
Was she blowing kisses at me? Ooh.
Oh, okay. So you want me to blow them at you?
No.
People, you want me to blow my kisses at you?
No, she's not saying that.
You blew a kiss at Joy. Okay, so I'm gonna blow my kiss. Oh, okay. She said nothing. She don't want me. I'm sorry. All right.
Miss Glorious, I want to. I was too scared. But I had fun on the pop. But I had fun on the pop. I had to put my baby to sleep. Okay, Tipo, thanks for coming up here and sharing with us, and hope you got some insight or information on your journey to what you want to do. We give you what, that's the best teacher, people that actually been there. And then where you, the area, or where you're going, what you want to do, always talk to the addicts. You can get more information. Since you was never addict, always talk to
I feel like I'm not like it over here.
You do like it over here. That's why you always come out here with your
No,
shit.
they don't. Your people don't like me. They being mean.
They being mean to you. Don't be a fucking whiner.
Yeah.
Addicts don't whine. They just do what they need to do.
They don't like me.
The battle, I salute you, JW. That was hard to do. You know what? When you're bad and I've been who I am so long. I don't try to be nobody else. I don't know how to.
People don't like me.
These happen.
What's the name on my top?
You know what? Don't sit up there and be whiny. When you come over here with your shirt off and licking your tongue out and all that stuff.
No, I don't. No, I ain't never seen me. You ain't never seen me do nothing like that. Stop lying. Stop
chopping it up TV.
Stop lying on me.
Hey, oh my God, you know, ain't nobody lying on you. You know this.
Yes, you is.
I still got the recording, so stop it. Why would I lie? I got receipts.
You lying on me.
Actually,
you don't got no receipts. You don't got no receipts on me.
You on that thing yesterday. What's up?
No, I was not. You don't got no receipts on me. Hey, what you doing? What are you doing? What is you doing, woman?
What is who doing? Scorpio lady. She's a month. MF, I told you.
Who she told? Who she talking
I
to?
don't know who she's talking. This is the thing. This is why you don't engage because you don't know who she's talking to. that's my girl. You don't know who she's to. Gloria says she's up to your channel chopping.
Thank you, baby.
BSC says, Scorpio lady, you gonna smoke with me? Scorpio lady, you be smoking too? Chop me up, don't mind me. I just joke a lot. You cool, brother. That's what El Chipo told you. El Chipo, you ain't gonna do that. He already know. He just trying to get some attention. If he don't get enough attention when he comes on.
No, I don't. Y'all mean over here. They don't like me over here, man. They mean.
You mean? But you
what's the name? What Scorpio lady? She mean. She don't like me. She said I'm ugly. She said I'm ugly. My shirt ugly.
We come back and we talked about some other issues, and hopefully we'll have some other people understand some things about addiction, mental illness, and things. Are you crying? Get your ass.
Yeah.
It's too funny. So it's okay today, but I will be doing. I will continue to have these sessions regularly because we got to, and I'm glad that some people came through, and if you didn't talk about yours, but I always would talk about mine. I ain't never scared. Hey, I ain't never scared. You scared? He ain't never scared. We talked about our addictions. We talked about our mental health.
See what I'm saying? She said, God damn it, I'm ugly. See what I'm saying? See how mean she being to me?
Would you stop looking at Scorpio lady? Stop it. Just stop.
Tell her to leave me alone.
And now she says she love you. Okay.
No, she don't. No, she don't. She don't love me. She been mean to me She been mean to me since last night.
That's what she doing.
She been mean to me all
cannot engage. Like you, Josie, you have a Michael Jackson.
Everything now mean, man. God damn.
Yeah. Who is Josie? Whoever Michael Jackson knows before he got to know. No. Joy, wait a minute. I had to run back over here. I just trolled the crime sector and they ran me off. I know you got me. What? Hey, boy, stop coming. What the hell you doing? And then he gonna run his ass over here. Cause look, they say I hold down refugees. So he I ain't had nobody come over here fucking with nobody. So boy said coming. You went over there started some shit. You on your ass.
Oh man. I don't know what this girl say. Hold on, man. I gotta read this back. Wait a minute. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. I gotta read this back. She said, I like you, Josie. You got a Michael Jackson nose. Boy, he got it.
Run his ass over here. You know what? Stop. You better stop trolling people. And then you want your feel like getting to
shit.
Gloria said this is a refugee camp. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So I had to run back over there.
I'm going to call it the Colony Island. It's the Colony Island. I'm going to call y'all the drifters. I'm going to call y'all the drifters. Y'all be everywhere. And then you run, are you going to colonize me on my island or no? That's the only way I'm going to say that.
He said they ran his ass out.
He went over that shit. Then run his ass over.
Let me see. Let me see what? Let me see what?
It is stronger if you over there fucking with them.
Why you want to see what? I'm gonna get out of that one.
I told you, do not engage with my Scorpio lady. That's what she do. So,
People, they think they're the crime figures. Okay, boy, y'all got me crying over here, boy.
boy, stop capping. Always doing
Yeah,
something.
gay boy. Yeah,
Always doing something.
y'all
But
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
then I'll be like, you know, no, go to your ass home, get the fuck out of here. They always get at me that shit. Cause they know, you come over here, I ain't letting nobody fuck with you. I don't care if it's a troll or not. Get your dumb ass over there, wait till they come the fuck out. Shit. We doing something over here. I'm gonna bother you until you leave us.
oh shit, boy, y'all crazy as fuck. Man. I swear y'all crazy as motherfucker, man.
I don't know what his ass done.
You got some devils up in your chat.
No, they're beautiful people. Those are my babies.
Nah, there's some devils. There's some damn devils.
Those are my babies. They're not devils.
Yeah, these little baby devils.
The devils be coming in here after my babies. I be like, no,
Y'all some baby devils. Look at Scorpio lady. Look at Scorpio lady. Look at Scorpio lady. Look what she got in the chat.
You know what, Scorpio lady?
See,
I say you keep looking. Do not engage. Yes, it is. Stop it to be good. Remember, you the guy.
what other man in the chat?
Keep going with it, no. yeah. I got some good. I got some. I got some good people that come in here and kick it with me. They're still right here. There's some good people. I got some good people in the bushes. I hope y'all hit that like button for me. I hope that you got something out of what we talked about. And you know,
ain't she managed? Kick back row. Ain't she managed? That's a bad girl, there, boy. I'm telling you.
Kick back and grow. She is not. Yeah. Oh, she talking about. Hey, Lady Shea. Hey, honey.
She gonna take it. She take it. You will take her. Now, be honest, Scorpio lady, you will take her, huh?
Okay, gang.
You like to take the dick, huh?
All I can say is close your eyes if he stand up.
I tell you, gonna give me this. You gonna give me this thing.
I try, baby. I try to get the best commentary or just information out there. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I need you all to engage in it, because I try to keep up with the times. Times is getting getting worse. There's no funds for it.
Scorpio lady, I am officially scared of you. I'm scared of you. Yeah. You women, I'm scared of. Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy.
Kind of candy. I've been looking for you or one of your sisters, because
that's probably one that is key.
$800 for gas. Boy, stop capping. Chico said $800. What the hell you drive, gang? Y'all too much. Oh yeah, this was really lovely. I wish.
Hold on. Cotton Candy, I've been looking for you all one of the sisters because I need 800 gas. Damn! You drive a semi truck. That nigga drive a semi.
Baby, let me talk what's up, Captain. Put down my other channel, Wallet LYGW 2.0, so the people in the bushes can come over there when I'm playing music. I might just go there. You wanna go? You wanna go play some music, Chopping?
You play some music.
Alright, we gotta go to my other channel.
$800.
When Bush stop capping, put it down in the chat. Let me get some people. We're gonna go there and play some music. I had a beautiful time. Okay, you want somebody to come and rob you? Damn, I'm tempted. Shit.
That ain't no money.
No, it's not, but I need some. I didn't give a damn. Your
There
ass.
ain't no money, man. That's
I know
gas,
how to get
gas
you.
money. That be gone in a week.
A week. Shit, all the bills I got, that should be gone in a day.
A
Thank you,
bill?
Holy Spirit.
Yeah, I already paid my bills this month. I'm good.
Who in here? Who in here?
Man, I'm mad, man. T-Mobile, I've been paying this bill $135 every month for what? 5 months. No, 6 months.
What's
Six
the payment?
months,
Drop
man.
the link so they can come out there. We're gonna go play some music.
For one phone. What you say? Who hit the link?
Well, you need to start checking around. You put in this for me too.
You want me to drop down?
No, I was talking to Boy Stop Captain. I told him drop the link to my other channel so the
All
people.
right, you're gonna put over. I might strip for the ladies tonight. I might. Who want? I might strip. I might strip for the ladies tonight. Who want to see me strip?
You are not stripping.
Anybody want to see me strip?
No.
All right, put it on. All right, don't nobody want to see me strip.
El Chipo said, "Let me see that money chopping."
There ain't no money. There ain't number $5. Look, $5. That's all I got. $5. I'm broke ass nigga. Broke.
I want some shrimp. You want some shrimp? I got some shrimp in there too, but I'm hungry.
That's all I got. $5 in my name.
You know what, Scorpio lady. I ain't even say I'm about to get in. You're about to get in trouble, kickback. Drop the link again one more time for me so the people in Bushka come on over. If you will come over, let me see your Mississippi bank. Chico said, let me see your Mississippi bankroll.
I'm from Texas, baby. I ain't from Mississippi.
He said, he from Texas, baby.
H-time, baby.
Go over to the other channel. Hopefully, I can.
H-time. Texas, baby.
Stand by. JWY is on replay.
Sure, let me see something.
What's on replay? We on replay again? Okay, I gotta go in and I don't know and try to get it all, but I don't know. We're gonna go over
At the night say me.
if you wanna come over there, we're gonna play some music. I gotta get. I think I can know how
I got a bird chest. Don't I got a bird chest, Miss Joy?
laptop.
Miss Joy, don't I got a bird chest?
You got a what?
A bird chest. I don't got nothing up under there.
I don't be paying attention to your chest. You just take off your clothes. That's it. I don't be paying attention to that. So I don't know if your chest is buried or not.
How you gonna tell me to just take off my clothes?
I said I don't pay attention to what your chest is, how big it is, how much hair you got on there. I don't care. So I don't look at that.
Exactly. I don't got no bird. I don't got no chest. I'm skinny. I'm skinny mini. I'm little guy. I heard what you said. You said you just take off my clothes. You just slick ass. I'm too skinny. Too skinny. Number meat and bone.
Okay, since we all engaged, how's my audio? How's the audio?
You all right now. You good right now.
It's good right now?
I guess I done got used to it.
Okay. Anybody that haven't got used to it, how is it?
You fine.
Cause we're gonna I'm going to the other channel. Cause
what other channel? You gotta go to another channel?
I have another channel. You was over there, wasn't
Oh,
you?
you playing? You gonna play music? Y'all, okay, everybody gonna come over there or what? Y'all gonna come to the other channel?
Well, some of what we can see.
Put it in the chat because I don't know if I got it.
She just put it in there. Rounded out with JW 2.0. I think it was over there before.
Oh, okay. I'm right here. This one right here.
Lady Share said, JW, I thought you was a hoe. Let that man strip. You thought I was a whore? Lady Share, you must be drunk tonight. Be very careful. Lady Share said, I thought you was a hoe.
I'm not a whore.
She said, no, I did. And she said, JW, I thought you was a hoe. Let that man strip. Damn, Lady
Who
Shea.
said that?
Rock. Do you know this is JW you're talking to?
Wait a minute, Chopper. Let's play Big Bang Tape. Come on up here. Come on up on the panel here. Come on up on the panel. Come up on the panel. Let's play Big Bang Tape Little Back there. What's up? I'm with it.
JW, you say you were a hoe in your older age.
Come on, I'm ready.
You should have put that in there before then. I didn't never say that. I said I'm more of a hooker. I don't have a man. I don't want a man. I don't take things that I say and you know put it like what you want to do it. What you want to do with it. Listen to what I say. Just listen to what I say. I don't be adding on shit. I said I'm more of a whore now. I've never been a whore when I was with my baby daddies. I didn't cheat. I'm more of a whore now. And I don't even have a man. So let's not get, I don't mean to offend.
I don't got a woman. I'm single too, so I'm looking for a wife.
Free spirit salvation. That's not how you speak to your elders.
I promise you, it's big.
So I'm gonna go over there and I want to make sure we put y'all please hit the like button for me. I think this was a great thing, and I got 12 bushes. I got all of my babies in all of my drifters.
When they started, who live is this?
Cause you stop talking when I'm talking. Jesus Christ!
Don't be being mean to me.
No, stop. I'm speaking to them.
No.
While we leave it,
no.
We're gonna go over to the other channel so I can play some music. Tasha Richard, how you doing? They're not gonna let me leave here, are they?
You gonna stop being mean to me?
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm gonna bite you. Are you little cute in your braids? I see you.
I'm gonna bite you first. Hey Tasha, welcome in. I was going over to the other channel so I can play some music. I don't want to play music on this channel. JW, you said when you had your children you were faithful, but you said the other night that you are a free spirit and you like them young. Yeah, that's what I said. Where you get the whore shit from? You heard the whore thing from something else. I am a free spirit. I do what I want to do. It don't make me a whore though. I said I'm more of a whore now than I ever been because I'm not in a relationship. I don't have a man, don't want one. I do have a man. I'm a whore to that man that I fuck every now and then. That's what I was trying to cut. So I hope I cleared that up for you ladies here. Hey, Looney Tunes. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. I want to go over to the other thing.
All right, yeah, because I might strip over there, so y'all get ready, man. I might do my little stripping.
So you gotta get my channel struck.
Y'all ladies gonna be ready. Y'all ladies ready tonight. Y'all ladies ready tonight.
Hennessy. I'm not cheating on nobody, kind of candy. I ain't been with nobody, baby. Tennessee got me pregnant. He said that it's not his baby. So, hey. I'm taking this to child support. And I'm not playing with him. I'm not playing with Tennessee.
Wait a minute, who is young Michael Jackson? That's what I want to know.
I need young Michael Jackson to hit me up on my IG. That's April May. She must be talking about you. Yeah, she must be. Who are you talking about? Because one of them be hitting her up. That's a chick. One of them be hitting her up on IG for. She talking about you with the Michael Jackson nose before he turned white, I guess. I guess that's what she thought. She got me talking about me. She a chick. I don't do chicks. I don't do chicks. Right now, what people said, they say your nose is big like Michael Jackson before the surgery. Oh, you
Oh
got Michael
boy.
Jackson.
Oh boy.
Don't be talking about me. 'Cause I got a little nose.
Damn, man. Goddamn. No, Michael Jackson had a big ass nose. I know that shit wasn't
Yeah,
explained
no,
to I know I
very
got a big
wide.
nose.
His nose was very wide. Your nose is like, it's kind of long. It's kind of long. But, but still, she said hit her up on IG. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, baby. Do it, the hump. And then the hump. Do it, baby. I got a nose. You get a nose like Michael Jackson. Hey, before the surgery. Hey, yeah. Tasha Richardson said MJ before the nose. Oh my God. And you said, I'm just going to stay out the chat because I get taken wrong. I'll be in the bush. Lady said, look, ain't nothing wrong with a little bumpy girl. I don't see nothing wrong. Say it. With a little bumpy girl. Girl, stop with that shit, man. Stay your ass over here if you want to be over here. Y'all hit that damn like button. Share finna piss me off. Share. Look. We good. Man, you gonna come over here and kick it? Fuck it. Come over here and kick it. Come over here and kick it. This is what it's for. This is the refugee camp. Cause boy stop cap it. Went somewhere, pour some dirty shit, and he's over here. Ooh, boy stop cap. Let me find out. Let me find out, boy. I want to know why he did that. He over somewhere trolling. They run his ass over here. Hey, boy. Hey, y'all want to hear some music? No. If y'all know, I'm finna end this shit. I've been way past my feed time. And I don't think they want to go. Hey, 2020, how many likes I got, y'all? How many likes I got? Y'all hit that like button. But Joy, I'm not like the rest of the people. They don't follow me. You right in the same chat that motherfucker follow your age. What you talking about, boy? What you talking about, boy? Come on, don't play with me. You got followed right in this bitch too. And you got followed right in this bitch too. And she right up with me. See how far? She's like 1-2 stops above you. You know what I'm talking about. Don't play. Yeah, how young chicks following you on shit.
What you gonna do? When you gonna start the live?
I'm trying to see if they want to leave or not because I'm.
They waiting on you. Everybody waiting on you.
Okay, I'm finna go out here. I want to see, make sure my audio is fine, man. Is my audio good? Cause you know.
Great.
Alright, hey y'all come over to the Wild and Owl with the JW 2.0. I'm finna cut this one off. And then y'all come over there.
Lady Scorpio, you bad, man. You a bad girl. You a bad actor. People I was thinking about.
Okay, I'm finna go out. Y'all